I love you pointing out the app when the app was being an app.
Man, it come out of them. That's why. I think having this, and I'm glad you got this prompt right in company with it, because in my opinion, it all go together, right?
Yeah.
Because I can smell the male centeredness coming out of her box. And that, not no pun intended on that one, but it's heavy, heavy on the truth when I see male centered women hate women. Heavy. Hey Cree, yeah.
Yeah, hold on one
Um
second. This one and then this one. Give me one
they
second.
and that response that I just got is why they don't want to have the conversation. And why a lot of people don't want to have the conversation about how misogyny and prioritizing these men in whichever way you prioritize them is detrimental to women. No matter what, it's detrimental. And when looking at Priscilla, cause I clocked her tea a long time ago. And matter of fact, East had the first conversation. I had it was complicated, but I hope somebody should. Hey, let's hey everybody. But I hope somebody should. Hey, let's hey everybody. Somebody share this to Ease because she had the conversation last year, and I was clocking something on Priscilla and people like her, and I hope that I can remember how I put it. But it's something interesting about women like Priscilla, right? I think she represents
Well, let me start it off then.
okay, go ahead. Okay, I
So
thought you was busy, my bad.
no, I was for like a quick second. I'm never been a Princella fan, like because the problem I have with her, and the reason why I had her this prompt because I was talking to Lynn earlier and she's playing in the background, and I've said this for a while. Part of the conversation has to be women's autonomy. Like the thing is, like you can inform women of what's going on, but this idea that we talk down on women like they're children is a problem. Like that video BPG made about the whole public thing. You remember the video she made when she blocked all of us? Essentially, like, well, y'all don't need to be doing this, whatever. This idea that women think they could talk to other women and put them down like they're children, what they should and should not be doing, is a problem. Prince Stella having this militant background, um, it's like it's interesting because we say even with like lesbians, right? Women who are studs or play into the masculine role can be just as damaging as men who play into the masculine role. And I see that in her. I see her having this I'm talking down to y'all. Y'all not talk to them like that. I was talking to Dark Horse. She was like, some people want to be talked to crazy, and it's like I'm never going to allow anybody to come talk to me and be like, "Well, y'all women need to do this." Even in the conversations we have, there's a lot of information that we're conveying to women, but that doesn't mean a woman has to listen to what I'm saying and go do anything. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I have a problem with that, and it's like y'all motherfuckers like, no, she whatever. No, y'all don't hear how she's talking to women. And why y'all don't have a problem with talking to women? And why y'all don't have a problem with that? That shit real fishy to me.
And shout out to you for finally getting your mic where it need to be. I
Man,
mean,
it's
God
been
is
a
good.
Lord, that was disrespectful. See what I'm saying? It's
God
been
is
a
good.
Lord, that was disrespectful. See what I'm saying? That shit is
but
crazy.
but no, you just ate that up. Like, and it's so much you said and so much you didn't say. But like you hitting like it's so layered and you hit like you hitting all the points. Because I talk about this all the time. I talk to y'all about my experience with dating studs and as I came out. Damn, ain't that many people in here? Y'all know I be lying about how old I am on here. So I came out. Well, I ain't really come out. Like I don't. Like I told you, I didn't do the coming out story. I just said, "Bitch, you want to fight? You talking about me?" But the first 2007, right? 2007. I realized, and I dated some masculine presenting women later, like in like the early 2015 or something like that. But I made sure after that first one, because she was a touch me not. She was a touch me not. Like she was very, very masculine. Like the only thing that was feminine about her was she had a mean roller wrap. But other than that, she was very masculine, no touching, all that good stuff. And I learned how harmful it was. To me, it felt wrong. It felt like I'm being put in this same situation that men will put you in. I learned early on, oh no, I want somebody that's in touch with their feminine side. I don't want nobody who think who take on these harmful roles of being masculine. And what you learn from that is it's a lot of disrespect. Like, because men don't know how to properly perform masculinity and they don't have the resources. So, of course, a woman who is wearing a certain type of clothes don't have the resources and don't know what the performance actually looks like. So what they end up doing is they obviously be hyper masculine, and that usually is going to lead to verbal and physical abuse because they're frustrated that they cannot perform this idea of masculinity properly. And the way they are spoon fed what being masculine is often very, very dangerous. So yeah, like they want to perform that they want to perform, and that performance is going to put women in danger. And I also told y'all that there's going to be women, that there have been women who might want to experience something and they take on this masculine role too. And what that look like is women trying to fit in with the men. If you ever been around some women who say like, oh, I don't fool with too many females, they messy, all my friends be men. They carry this certain they have this certain energy towards women that's very, very harmful. So I don't know. I don't know if you done seen that before, Tara, but I done seen where women trying to fit in with men. They want to hang with men. They still feminine. But a lot of the ways they bond with men is by talking about how horrible women are. And to me, it's all the same thing. And that's what Priscilla is doing. That's what she been doing. As soon as she started getting traction, she started enjoying the attention from men, and that's when she started shifting her responses a little bit. In my opinion, she got worse. She's gotten worse.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see Princella any different than a man who panders to women. But the problematic part is what's her name? What's that lady name? Because she had
the girl she was with.
No, somebody. I don't know all her relationships, so I don't catch all that. A while ago, she did a video on Sandra Bland, like which really shows, and this is the problem with what the military does to people. This whole respectability, follow the rules thing. But she was like basically blaming what happened to Sandra Bland on Sandra Bland. Like y'all don't know how to follow the rules and all this stuff. And I'm just like, how is this woman out here saying anything and women saying her as a spokesperson for liberation? Because it's one and the same. It's like, it's not like, oh, this is what happened inside the patriarchy, be aware of it. It's like these niggas doing this and y'all letting them getting away with it. Y'all dumb. Y'all just like whatever. Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? You hear so often. Fucking Supreme did that stupid shit. Y'all were just talking to women like they're fucking children. Like women don't deserve autonomy, and you the adult, and you telling motherfuckers what to do. Every time I hear that shit, it's irritating. Just because I'm up here yapping my fucking yappers don't mean anybody gotta listen to me. We having a conversation. I'm not no fucking authority figure. Bitch, you ain't no authority figure. What is wrong with y'all? But talking down to somebody because you feel some type of way? No, you don't like women. You don't fucking like women.
And that's what I'm saying. When you actually like women, you are gonna be a little bit more sensitive. Now that don't mean I ain't perfect, so don't hold me to no standard. Because I'm not here.
True. I don't know if I agree with that.
With what?
What you mean by you gonna be more sensitive?
No, women who don't hate women are going to be more sensitive. What you just said was sensitive. I mean,
Mm.
that's what it looked like. That's it. You saying that I'm not your authority and giving women and saying that women deserve autonomy. That's empathy.
All right, I got
When
it
you
different. You all right? We on the same page.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I was about to lean into don't get it twisted. I'm not perfect. So of course, if you see me going back and forth with a woman, to me it's not the same thing. That's why I was making a point that don't mean that we're gonna always be nice. But I do believe that women deserve to maneuver how they want to maneuver. Because I get that this is hard. We don't even know what it I keep saying it, we don't know what it looked like to be liberated and how that looks for us, and what it would mean for us to actually not be performing femininity or not be centering men. We don't know because we obsess over certain situations. For example, we obsessed over what sexual liberation was to a fault. We didn't know what that would look like. We ended up performing our sexual liberation collectively as hyper masculine men perform theirs, right? So we had to learn from that. Then we got into the conversation about decentering men. We was decentering men so much we was on their motherfucking lap. So we got to fix. So now we're trying to figure out like what does it really look like to do that? Like you get what I'm saying? Like we are
So it's not
in
maladaptive.
all these. Yeah, maladaptive is the word.
Yeah, I
That's
get
the
that.
word.
Because like even with the conversation of sexual liberation, like my sexual liberation is I love the fact that I don't have to give it to anybody. Like I get off on
Mhm.
that. That get me off that I don't have to give it to anybody. But does that mean
Mhm.
I got strong opinions that a woman decide to go out and do what she want? No. Like
Mm-mm.
it's a personal thing. It's like the way I see it, we are in a community having a collective conversation, and we all gonna get what we gonna get out of the fucking conversation. But this idea of trying to police people and telling people what to do and that they're not doing it right is a fucking problem. It's a problem.
And I think that that's the thing that's missing too. Is what, like if, because remember I be saying all the time that like because men want us to be accountable, right? Men like, oh, y'all are evil too. I'm not saying I don't know what women are capable of. Y'all motherfuckers think that we are these docile, nurturing creatures, and y'all put us in this certain y'all have us in this certain category where we supposed to be fucked and impregnated and caretakers. But if we were liberated and we were free to exist, and let's say we got liberated in 100 years post that, I don't know what you will see women doing. Who the hell knows? It'll probably be even Steven. Y'all would finally get the utopia y'all want so bad to happen right now. Y'all would probably have the one-to-ones then. It would just be simply bad motherfuckers everywhere. I couldn't say. But we don't know because we have not had the opportunity to have full autonomy and make decisions and exist in it. We have been conditioned and controlled every step of the way. That's what I'm saying. Even in the way we have conversations, even in the way we battle with each other, even in the way that we find these little pockets of liberation, it's still in a controlled setting.
Yeah.
It's still controlled.
Yeah, one thing I realized is like, when we talk about this utopia, um, Lynn said this the other day. Like she said she was reading something. They was talking about how like how many people. It's too many people. It's too many people on this fucking planet that we all gonna be able to collectively just make this shit. It's always gonna be pockets and stuff. So if that's the case, then your liberation is gonna be like, or like this utopia is going to be in your mind. It's how
Mm-hmm.
much of this of what's going around you impacting you. Like how safe do you feel from it? Do you have free to have autonomy? Or you have the freedom to just live your life without being bothered? It's not just gonna be just getting everybody on board. It's just a shift where enough women feel like for me to come on the internet and say I'm a single woman, I'm fucking proud of it. Is for me that's what that means. to not have to be shamed for not being up under a man or some shit like that. But it's gonna look different for different people. And it's like it kind of ties in that conversation you was having just now where this whole we didn't get to it, but I wanted to talk about like the in the trans community not having a conversation about the gender binary. Because in a lot of ways they're ascribing to the gender binary. And like through your own liberation, what are you doing to other people? Collectively, you're reinforcing these stereotypes and these tropes that women are trying to get out of. And that's the problem in itself too.
And that's what I was trying to say. Like, it would be nothing wrong. Like, womanhood and being a woman could be whatever. It could be. It wouldn't be based on what you wear. It would bring in the studs and the more mass presenting women. They were talking about, oh, trans men are just women with beards, but it is some women with beards. All that would be perfectly fine. The women who want to have their body hair wouldn't be judged. The women who want to make sure they don't have a body hair in sight, and they are always in heels, and they wear pink, and they are just butterflies just walk around, that would be fine too. It wouldn't be a standard. It would just be, we would all be able to exist, and it will all work because we're all different. It's already there. But the binary is important because we are conditioned to believe that that's how we're supposed to see things. It's ingrained in us, and it is harmful because it doesn't give room for anybody else. Because in the same way that we could talk about them having a gender affirming surgery, it is BBLs are gender affirming surgery. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
women feel like they have to have that. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that I feel like when you had those conversations, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, once you mentioned like transsexual, it changes the conversation. I was like, once you mentioned like transsexual, it changes the conversation. But my concern is with the transgender conversation. That's what I'm concerned about. Like, because I think those are two different.
Why you say that? Hold on. Why you say it changes the conversation?
Because I think they're two different conversations. Because once we talk about like body parts and stuff, it's a whole different conversation than we talk about just presentation. Because the presentation is what I got a problem with. I don't give a fuck about the surgery. I don't give a fuck if you didn't get surgery, you did get surgery, you feel like I don't care about none of that. I don't know what's there, what it look like. I don't give a fuck. But I do have a problem with the presentation, and you telling me that in those circles we can't have a conversation about it all being a social construct. And what that does when it's like, okay, if in this community y'all talking about through your liberation, I know you're going through stuff, don't get me wrong, but through your liberation is you reinforcing the strict binary, and now it's like an infighting. Then what is it all for? What is it all for if you just want to be in a amongst a group where we trying to get the fuck out of it? We trying to get the fuck out of here. That doesn't make sense to me. That's a problem.
But why you think the conversation is so hard to have then, Tara?
No, I don't think it's hard. It's not that I'm saying. I think what I was saying is the two are two different conversations. And when the one person was speaking that she was going back and forth with, that's what they was trying to limit the conversation to. Because once you go down to the body parts, we're not talking about presentation anymore. So that is the most important thing for me, that we stand on topic. Because like it does become a hard conversation when you're not being honest with yourself. You're like, okay, I'm part of this group, but you're not talking about your own biases. You're not talking about basically we were talking about the intersectionality of misogyny.
But the body part. But okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm saying the body part don't. I guess I get what you said, because I'm like, the body part doesn't matter. Like that doesn't matter, but it doesn't mean that you have to exist a certain type of way. No matter what body part you have, you can present how you want. That's supposed to me, the combination is supposed to make it a more fluid thing, and it's supposed to prove that we do not have to be stuck in the binary. But because it don't. Okay, go ahead.
I agree with you.
Okay.
If anything, all this shit fluid. I don't give a fuck.
Right. Oh, you see what I'm saying?
When you're having a conversation in those spaces, I feel like once you start talking about body parts, it becomes a distraction, and we can't stay focused on the fucking conversation. That's what I'm saying.
On purpose.
Like, oh, you care about body? Like nobody said that. Nobody's saying that. And
I corrected that.
Half the time arguing about fucking body parts, we don't get to the point that like No, the presentation's a problem. You can't tell me I'm less than a woman, you a full woman, and I'm sitting here having my own experience as a woman. Like, what is that? That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that I'm realizing like in that space, that's what was used as a distraction to like kind of pull you out of it. Because instead of you keep going where you was going, now you're going back and forth with this one person about this stupid fucking point.
That I clarified it wasn't my point, and I think she didn't have no choice but to shut up when I said I think you can be a woman with a penis. Now what? So you can't argue with me because I don't care. I don't think womanhood is limited to the body part. So I get what you're saying. You're right, Sarah. That was exactly, and that's what I be saying all the time. But I know Liz up here.
What's up, Liz?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's not really a conversation that I would want to have. But I did want to answer the prompt. But if you guys are still talking about that, I can do that.
No, we just talking about. Now I want to say, damn, Liz, why you don't want to have a conversation?
Yeah. I want to know why Liz don't want to. No, fuck that, Liz. No,
just because I mean, what you're saying, Tara, is like what. Yeah, this is what I've been saying for a long time. Yeah. Exactly, that is what I've been saying for a long time. Is that it does reinforce stereotypes. It can be harm. Yes, absolutely.
That's what I was saying, trying to give you credit the other day, that the funny thing about us coming full circle to your point, because when the light bulb went off on me and why I've been trying to have this conversation, and I've been trying to have the conversation, Liz, they do not want to have it. That's why Tara is saying they try to deflect from me having that conversation to try to bring up body parts, but I don't care about the body parts. I was making a point as to, Tara, can I tell her, do you think it'll blend in with the conversation, the point that I made?
If it don't blend, it don't blend. Go ahead and say it.
My point is this. When this conversation about who owns womanhood or don't, that biological women don't own womanhood, I think that's rooted in misogyny and a deep-seated hate for women.
Yep.
Because if you are affirming or transitioning into something that's based on a binary, then the women that you are, if you're getting boobs, then women own womanhood. If you getting boobs is a direct connection for you to feel this inner feeling that I believe you have, that you're supposed to be a woman. You feel that way. And you adapt to what the binary is, and you get boobs and hips and you get your face reconstructed and all those things, then you can't say that women don't own womanhood. And then if you want to bring up that the reason why women don't own womanhood, this is why I think it's a hate, okay, towards women. Because if you bring up that trans men also had an experience with womanhood, so how can we own it when trans men can push out babies and trans men have vaginas and trans men have uteruses? Then I'm going to ask you to start arguing with men about they not the only ones who own phalluses.
But they're not going to do that. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go off on you, and we gonna have a conversation, because I'm gonna be, you can say turf, twerk, or work, and I'm gonna say misogyny, misogynoir, and misogynistic.
Yeah,
we gonna go back and forth. But that's what I've been saying.
But they're not going to do that because men get to have manhood.
Yes,
they get to have that. No one's going to question that.
Cue
Women
the music.
Don't get to have.
Cue the organ.
Yep. I mean, precisely. Yeah. And you don't see. Listen, you are not going to find a lot of transitioning, like especially at like the high school level, girls who are live as boys, like trans boys, I guess you could say, because they're under 18, competing in boys sports. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that, but you're going to see it the other way around, and you have to question why that is. I'm sorry, you do.
I know
why is it one way and not the other.
I know it's that hate for women, being male centered, because you got to see, you want access to men too. See, you want access to men. So you also are going to be careful. But it is, at the end of the day, we are socialized and conditioned. We are programmed. Some people argue it's from 0 to 7. Some people argue it's from 0 to 13. Either way, your brain is programmed. So humans that are assigned male at birth are programmed until they make a shift, whether that shift is them unpacking, relearning, whatever that shift is, they are programmed to have a certain amount of male privilege, especially in this society. They have to unpack that. Now, if you don't like it, you don't like it. It's the truth. We see the entitlement all the time. That's why the conversation is always about women. It's always going to be an attack on women while men get to have manhood as flawed as it is. They can't even define manhood, but they know your motherfucking ass ain't in it. That's all they know. You can't tell them nothing. Manhood is whatever they say on any given Sunday, and it got a dick involved with it. And if you don't have one, you better get one or you better purchase one. But you best to shut the fuck up about it. Because you're not going to go into manhood and say that I can be a man with a vagina. You're not going to do that. You're going to be quiet. Which I'm not saying you shouldn't, because it's safer. But I want other people to be quiet, or either be quiet or at least be able to have this conversation as to why women are being policed the way we're being policed. I want to have the conversation.
Yeah, and doesn't it seem very convenient that like we have been sort of shunned societally into like not talking about this? Like, oh, I don't want to be a TERF. I don't want to be a TERF. Like that's the worst you can be. Like so nobody touches this with a 10-foot pole. I mean, not nobody, but people generally don't. And when you do, you face a lot of backlash.
But you know why? What's the problem is, and when I think back on the conversation with you that we had, people be scared to have the conversation because we've been nervous about asking the right questions, and I feel like I've been able to put together the right way to ask the questions. And I think that's why I'm so vocal about it now. And I'm so confident in it because I've been able to formulate the question. Once you have the right questions and you're able to really and you're not scared to stand on what you're saying, because it is this intimidation. Like they gloss over what you're saying and go into this, oh, you a terror, oh, you this, or oh, you that. And what people end up doing is they do one or two things. They back down because who wants to be labeled like that when you really trying to have an honest conversation and it's touchy and you're empathetic to it. And we know what happens when women are empathetic. We know what happens when we're empathetic. We get stepped on. So
right.
That's one thing. But the second thing is you have too many people that are so phobic that they crash out. And you can't hear them. They crash out in the worst way. They start saying all kind of stupid, incoherent, incohesive shit that it's like you prove the point. But see, your girl, me, I'm a crash out queen, but I'm gonna stand on your fucking neck. Cause cause they try to accuse me. She tried to accuse me of being phobic. Yeah, and we can talk about it, but we're gonna talk about you being misogynistic right now. So I want you to let's talk about that. And that's gonna always even it out. But go ahead, my bad.
So real quick, because this is interesting that we're talking about this now, because yesterday, I don't know if any of you saw, but yesterday in John Brown's live, I was like on the panel, kind of like standard, like I always am, and people there's like 2-3 people in the comments, I don't recognize their handles, who are saying like adding me in the comments, and no, this has never happened before. This has never happened before. Adding me in the comments, and no, this has never happened before. This has never happened before. Saying like, well, T-phobia is bigotry too, isn't it, Liz? And I'm like, who are these people? They basically like raided the live to try to like. They basically like raided the live to try to like to like publicly shun me. Then one of them came up on the panel and started like just going crazy, like, and I recognized her voice, and this was not a trans person. This was just a woman, but I recognized her voice, and she has like, I've had these conversations with her before, and she's accused me of that and whatever. But so I guess they tried to do like a what would you call that, like a
call out.
Yeah, they all came in at once, like, you know, a bunch of people. And then, but you know, John Brown was like not having it, and I like explained what was going on and like what my opinion was, and I was like, if that's a problem, then whatever. But yeah, I mean, but that's the kind of thing, you know, there's a concerted effort to like make sure that anyone whose thoughts go in that direction of just even asking the questions, or of just saying like maybe there's something that's problematic here, then, you know, cut it off and
But
publicly
that's what
shame the
happens.
person.
But shutting women up is a thing though. That's why I love this prompt. Because the world is male centered. And the one thing that everyone is comfortable with is hushing women up. So in those situations, you got to stand firm, and you don't need to be defensive. You need to draw a conclusion with the fact that they logic ain't logicking, right? So we all are phobic. We're all have internalized misogyny. We all anti-black. We all are YT people centered. We all are ableist. We all are the thing. I got it. And you can clock my T, but go hurry up and clock me so I can get the clocking you. And when I get the clocking you, I'm about to make you, I want you to answer these questions. Then, well, what you talking about? How is this not true? What does it look like to be a woman then? Why are y'all not imposing on manhood though? Because if trans men who want to be he, him, exist as men, live their life as men, they have the same experience that trans women are talking about, how come they get to also be included in the woman conversation because they had a past woman experience? So we gotta be careful what we say about vaginas and boobs, and it got to be chest feeding, it got to be birthing person, but that is not what happens in the man's world. Y'all are not saying that men that colon is not just like, y'all know what I'm saying. I'm multitasking, but y'all get my point. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's not going the other way. Trans women don't even want to acknowledge their experience as being a man. We can't even talk about it, but they can. But to shut a woman up, they can mention a trans man experience as being a woman to shut me up. I think we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just listening to the conversation you was in earlier, Mia, and it's irritating because that guy spoke up about them just talking to him. It's like those are the easy conversations. Like y'all constantly fighting off the people who flat out like don't want you to exist. Then you never having a conversation. Y'all just messing around.
Like to argue. They love giving them attention. And that happened. That's been happening all day because I've been trying to send it to you and Lynn to come in there and hear what they was talking about. And what you said, Tara, I was so glad that you pointed out. But that's what I constantly, they will argue back and forth because the whole new conversation that they're arguing about is that SMEX is not an indicator of what a female is either. So then what we talking about then, y'all? I don't give a fuck. Liz, I'm gonna tell you, this ain't last year. I'm gonna curse the bitch out. I don't give a fuck about what they talking about. I don't give a fuck. They can turf on a surfboard about me. I don't give a fuck. Cause y'all not gonna play. Y'all see, I wasn't born last night. Y'all can't play in my face. Now there's no indicator of what a woman is. There's no indicator of what a female is. So then why is it a binary? Then what's the binary for?
Well, if sex and gender are different, then how come trans people are getting their gender marker on driver's license changed to female or male? Like
hey, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And we can't, and we not being gaslit no more, and y'all can call it what y'all want to call it. But my bad, Terry. Go ahead, Lynn. Cause y'all know I'm in a mood. I talk about this shit for 60 days and 60 nights.
Hold on, somebody subscribe. My
Yay.
bad. Thank you for subscribing. I'm sorry. I was cooking. Like I was cooking here and there, but here's the thing. And I agree with you. I think at the end of the day, that is a conversation we need to continue having. But I feel like even if we had this conversation, we can get to some points. I think some stuff we might even disagree on because I'm ready to rip the binary up. Like fuck all that shit. Not just saying like if you think it's not working, why you want to subscribe to it? That's weird to me. But yeah, y'all want to comment on this? Oh, what's up, Lynn?
Hey, was y'all sending out the bat signal for me?
No, it wasn't a bad thing. I just want y'all to witness something, but
I
it's
showed
okay.
up. I ain't get to say nothing, but I showed up.
I was in the community center arguing. Well, not really. I wasn't arguing. I was
But
being
Lynn, I did.
demure.
Well, Lynn, you know why I made this background though.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you hung on me and Dark Horse, we'll talk about it. And I don't understand. And it's interesting that so many women do listen to Princella and they follow her because she talked down on women. Like she talked to women like they fucking children and like they can't think for themselves. And there's a lot of shame. Like it's not, hey, this is what the guys are doing. Did y'all realize what they doing? It's this what they doing. Y'all dumbass bitches allowing them to do it. And I'm like, that shit is wild to me. And it's like they be like, oh, Princess the one speaking. No. But Princella, she identified with them niggas. That's the crazy part. She don't that the reason why she can come online and tell women and talk down to women the way that she talked to them is because she don't identify with y'all motherfuckers. Y'all bitches stupid to her. It's because she don't identify with y'all motherfuckers. Y'all bitches stupid to her. It's like she see what the niggas is doing and like she on that level. She elevate them niggas. And I think that's a problem.
I think she sounds like them and she uses the same talking points because the reason why she thinks that she better than women is because she doesn't have sex with men. Because I think she identifies as a woman, but she just is like, I don't have sex with men. So I'm better than y'all, which is the same talking point that they have against women. It's like y'all dumb
And that's true.
having
Even though
sex
she
with them.
used to, because she got, and that's why y'all studs get talked about because you on the surface you presenting the presentation of a woman who's not getting fucked because getting fucked by a man is the lowest thing you could do. So you present that way, but you have a child, and I'm not stupid. I know the likes of women like that. It'll be a story coming out. Don't don't hold your breath. There's gonna be a story coming out about her sneak dicking as they call it. But I think you hit the nail on the head. We hear it all the time about these men saying that like having sex with a man makes you less than the way they view having sex with the way men view having sex is so aggressive and grapey. It's like I'm hitting, I beat the box up, I'm fucking you, you got fucked, you getting bent. Like the way they talk about it is an indicator. So yeah, she thinks that she has a better connection with them because of that. And I was saying this earlier, the women who are interested in
No,
men, but
no.
they
I said she think that she's better than women
yeah,
because
women.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Women. I might have misspoke, but I'm talking about her thinking that she's better than women. But I was saying earlier that there's women who do want to have relationships with men, but they'll do the thing where they're like, oh, I don't fool with females. Like, I don't have no female friends because they messy. That is not them saying that I'm not going to sleep with the man. But what they are saying is, I agree with y'all. You know, I think like y'all too. Like, these bitches are stupid. And that's a way for them to connect with women. So when we be having this conversation about like the way men, how the lengths men go to connecting with each other, even with GAY men, I guess it is important that we open up the conversation to male-centered women and people too. To be able to connect with a man, you gotta down women. That's why whenever we say something honest about women, the men are like, "Oh yeah, you got," like they start to clapping and standing ovations, and they finally take their thumb out their ass and they get to jumping for joy because
Start
that's
twerking on
how
this bitch.
they start twerking. But like when they hear you are willing to talk negatively about women, that is the way that they bond with other human beings. So whatever gender or identity you have, if you start talking about women, you can get in good with the boys.
Yeah, we see
You,
it in the circle
you
jerk.
see
That's what the
Flashy in the
circle.
comments.
Yeah, that's what they do in the circle jerk. If you listen to the circle jerk every fucking time, men who don't know each other find fucking brotherhood in their fucking hatred towards women. So if you're a woman and you doing the same, then how's it any different? How's it any different? Because that's why I said like male centered women, and we all male centered, don't get me wrong, but somebody advocating for men on men's behalf, you a man too. I'm grouping you in that shit too. Because if it's a social construct, then all y'all niggas, all y'all bunch of motherfucking niggas, and fuck y'all. That's the way I see it.
Where can somebody send the live to Poetic Lady? Because I want to know what she was saying before we got there.
I don't know.
But
Is she
I don't
live?
know. I don't think she lied.
How do I send this shit? I can't. I don't see the option to share it, y'all. Oh, there we go.
Can y'all share the live to Poetic Lady? But yeah, no, the way she was y'all send
I
a
sent
live
it
to
to her.
Poetic Lady.
I
I
sent
need
it to her.
more people to send it to her. Y'all
No,
send
but
the live to Poetic Lady.
but when I didn't know who was talking at the time, but I agree with what she was saying when she was like, you sit here saying women hate women, then it's possible that these women here also hate women. And it's like because when they hear you talking down about women, I think in their mind they saying, well, she ain't talking about me.
Correct. And the reason why those women relate to Princella is because Princella is misogynistic. Princella is not, it's not internalized misogyny, it's straight up misogyny. Like Princella internally acts and use the same tactics as a man in order to manipulate and shame and gaslight and neg women. So they can relate to Princella, like they feel comfortable around her.
How is she doing? What y'all think Drika doing?
Oh damn, I ain't know I was off mute. I was about to say something. I was about to say something, but I couldn't get to my phone to unmute. Whole time I'm unmuted. But no, I agree, and I think that it was interesting seeing what Flashy had put in the comment. And I'm not addressing him, but I am want to address his comment. Um, because when you hear men say, "Oh, she dated women from the men's side," that's all you need to know. They don't. It's never gonna be responsibility had. It would never be a situation where people will see the way that Lynn just explained it. If it's not that you're dating yeah, no, I take that back. It is that you're dating women from men's side. You took on the persona of what a man does, thinks, and moves, and then you're gonna have the same experience. So now you being lied on, like the men say they get lied on. And I guess you're gonna say she won't let you see her son. She won't let you see your son. That's gonna be the next thing Princella gonna say. She can't even see her son. It's the same thing. Because if you are negging women and you having all what Lynn just said, then of course you're gonna be able to have the same experience when you go to the barbershop and get your eyebrows cut up. Of course.
Now she got a full haircut now, baby. She didn't even have her weave in. It was a little like she went to the barber shop and got lined up. I was like,
But
oh, okay.
but y'all know how we be like the nigga wake up call. She gonna get the female wake up call, the way y'all like to call us females, because those men will fuck you to dominate you too. She ain't safe. Like they would shut her think she know it all ass up in a minute. And y'all know the way they think they would shut her up.
She
Y'all think
said,
the men wouldn't do that? Go ahead.
girl, she told Poetic Lady that women created the patriarchy. I was like, are you nuts?
I think I got her recording. Let me see.
She said women created the patriarchy because they had sons. She said, y'all kids.
What day was that? Because I
It
got
was
her. I think.
Today.
today. She said,
Oh.
He was live today.
she said,
Oh man.
if women's fault that the patriarchy exists
That
because
go
y'all
East right
had
there.
sons. I said,
East,
wait a
come
minute,
up.
lady.
She must have been on another page. Oh well.
No, she was on her page and she was arguing with Poetic Lady. And Poetic Lady asked me to come up, but I was like, I'm not going up there. I don't want to have that conversation with her. She's disgusting.
I went up there and crashed out. I can't stand that
Oh
woman.
wow. Mm-mm. Hey. Damn, East. What the hell?
What's up, East?
East.
My
I
bad.
was telling them that you had this conversation last year. Where we all was like clocking something and you hosted that live about it. So I was just mentioning because I can't remember everything that was said, but I knew I had experience with stuff, so I already knew what type of time she was on. I think this was when her girlfriend came out about it. But the long story short is, she she been clocked. Is the point. Long story short.
Crazy too. This bitch is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
No, she was going in on women today. She was talking about how stupid women are for having sex with men and y'all stupid and y'all keep giving them access to y'all body. So y'all dumb. And y'all the one who created the patriarchy because y'all dumb. And y'all the one who created the patriarchy because y'all keep having sons. I was like, what are you talking about, lady? And she was mad at Poetic Lady and she said that she was mad at Poetic Lady and she said that women hate other women. But I'm like, you identify as a woman, so is the call coming from inside the house?
Yeah, she act
Is
like
that
she not.
projection?
Yeah, she act like she not part of the ovary carrier.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Does she identify as they, them, or what? Like, what's going on here? Because the last time I checked, she identified as a woman.
Yeah,
So
she's
But
just incredibly male centered. Like I've heard. First of all, when she first came on the scene, you kind of muffled. Oh damn! Hold on. But go you. You know, I had to take like a Q-tip and clean out my speaker, just so you know. It was them dusting me. I was washing the
she
dishes.
got her stuff together. Now she can talk about you. All
I'm
right,
not
got it.
y'all. Look at y'all instigating some shit. It ain't even nothing. That's crazy. I was washing the dishes and it dropped in the sink, and I didn't notice that it dropped in the sink. And then I'm like, what the noise? And I looked, and my phone was underneath the water for I don't even know for about 5 minutes before I even realized it.
dang, so we under the water, we under the sea, we the little
Yeah,
mermaid.
little mermaids in them. Hold on.
Lady, get some
Oh,
AirPods or something.
I know, y'all. I lost one, and then I,
You
I was
sound better
holding.
now. I don't know what
Yeah,
you did.
this that little microphone that them people be holding on to, and they TikToks. You know they be talking to them little microphones.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I lost one AirPod, and I was holding on to the other one for dear life, y'all. Like I did so good, and then, but yeah, so let me just catch up real quick. Priscilla was on somebody's panel talking to Poetic Lady, and she was going in on women, right?
She was on her own panel talking to, and Poetic Lady went up there.
Okay,
So
okay,
this was her
okay,
own live. Yeah, this was her own live.
okay. Yeah, I mean, she kind of lost those marbles after she got her girlfriend like exposed her, and all the people was trying to like ask her like why you do that to her, you supposed to be this, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden her whole rhetoric just
Shifted.
switched. Yeah, her
I
whole
don't know,
rhetoric just
y'all. Y'all
shifted.
keep saying answer the girlfriend. She been doing this shit before the girlfriend.
but it got more extreme. Like she was doing it, she was like it was like low key soft core. You know what I'm saying? It was very what's it called when something is like what's the word? Like you don't really notice it, but it's
Oh, it was
there.
covert.
Covert, yes. It was real covert. And then after that whole situation, it just turned out real bad. Like she lost it.
And some of it sounded good because we all have this we all have internalized misogyny, and we sometimes we want to trade one thing for something else. So a lot of people enjoy masculine women like her, the energy, because it reminds them of men, but you think it's gonna be less misogynistic, right? So that was some of it too. But when the way she responded to her ex was too familiar. It was the same way, play by play, that the men do. So it was like a wake up call. It was like, wait a
Girl,
minute.
Mia, on that live when everything first went down, and I was in the comments, and I'm like, nah, that girl just, that internal misogyny. I was like, no, that girl just mad because she got broken up with, whatever, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you that when I was sitting and listening that live, that shit gave me goosebumps because the words that
Mm-hmm.
she was saying if I close my eyes, I could have pictured my motherfucking ex from years and years. I could have.
That was today too. And it's been a year since she got broken up with. Today she sound like a man too. So she was
Mm-hmm.
saying men are monsters and we keep messing with them. You the monster. I don't know what you
Mm-hmm.
identify as. That's why I keep saying, excuse me, what does she identify as? Because she sound like a man today. It was given very misogynistic. I'm not even gonna say internalized misogyny. It was given misogynistic. So I'm trying to figure out what she on.
Yeah,
That
that shit
I need
was
to
bullshit.
find
solid.
it. I need to find that video. If y'all heard the way she was talking about Sandra Bland, that shit was fucking disgusting.
I ain't hear it,
I
but I
didn't
heard
hear
people
it, but
talking about it.
I heard about it. I didn't hear it firsthand though, but I heard about it.
Yeah, people was talking about it was bad. I was like, I ain't feel like being aggravated, but I believe it. The proof is in the pudding. This bitch is stupid. These hoes, look. Y'all gotta stop with this foolishness. Gots to stop. Like, the hate is crazy. It's crazy. I wish I had the I wish I had the. I wonder if she put her stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, she got a lot of stuff on YouTube. A lot of
Cause
stuff.
she might have put it on YouTube so that we can watch it. But I don't know. I just think that it's easier to attack women too. Like I just think that's like
Yeah, of
the
course.
way. Go ahead, Liz. My bad.
No, it's okay. Just real quick. Yeah, it's not as scary. It's not as intimidating. Like women can't and don't retaliate in the same ways. And also, there's just this like, you notice how like men's time is respected more than women's time is respected. Like men's labor is respected more than women's labor is respected. Like just everything. Men are just like men are allowed to just be. We don't like. There's a myriad of aspects about manhood that we don't try to like encroach on, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they get to exist, and we're even in our complaining about things. They still get this certain amount of grace. And it's everybody, and I do think you're right. People aren't scared of women. It's not a threat of anything.
Also,
Like
too,
what's gonna happen?
men
Go ahead.
actively seek us out to harass us though. I think that's one thing that women don't do is that we don't actively like there's spaces that we will never ever go into. You know what I'm saying? Like there's spaces that we just won't there's certain dudes over on that side of Red Pill that I just will never engage in because it's just not my thing. Like I don't is I don't want to do the trolling. I don't want to do none of that. And when I sit up here and I be watching dudes like actively go seek women out on the internet on multiple different platforms to harass, it's like we don't got. You know what it is? Is that these niggas ain't got no job. A lot of them are bums and losers, and they got a lot of time on their hands, and they don't got to go to work, they don't got to cook, they don't got to clean, they don't got to wash their ass, they don't got to wash their hair, they don't got to do a they don't got to moisturize, condition, brush their teeth. So they got a lot of time on their hands, and we don't have that much time, and that's probably what it is. Like these dudes be like, they got plaque gingivitis caked up on the back of their fucking tonsils. They got like, they just nasty critters that like, we can't you can't fight someone that look like a fucking zombie. You can't out troll a actual real troll, so
Not the
that's probably
ghouls and the
why.
goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It's Princella Phoenix. But yeah, I don't know. Um, Mel's like, to not blame, because we say it often too. Like, it's not like it's missed upon us. Like, women. What the heck? What the hell? What the hell, Leontay? Oh, you came back on your backup. Women do, are competitive with each other. Women are, do have, which breeds like dislike, distrust in women. But she didn't say like, oh, the patriarchy breed. She said that we're not victims of the patriarchy. She was like, women are not victims of the patriarchy. Like, y'all support it, y'all created it, y'all basically perpetuated. And she said the reason why we don't like each other, like we created the patriarchy because we hate each other, because we hate other women, which was fucking crazy. I had never heard such thing. She sounds like a red pill man. Um, and then the women got up there, oh, Princella, you're so smart. We agree with her so much and stuff that she was saying, and blase, blase, blase. It just wasn't making any sense.
Damn, she completely horseshoed. Started on one side of the spectrum and ended up on the other. Damn.
That's
She
what.
don't think she
Yeah,
don't think
started
she
on
on the
one
other
side though,
side of the
y'all.
spectrum.
She been on that side the whole time, y'all. She stays talk to women like that. When I had saw an interview she did with, what was that name?
The one with
Not
the
the
cockeye.
no, not the cockeye, the Charleston White.
Oh yeah, the cockeye.
Oh, I didn't know he was cockeyed. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's
Pistol Pop.
cockeyed.
Damn, I should have said that.
Yeah, and she started talking about like the trauma she was going through. Like, well, he brought it up and like how it was problematic or whatever. And the crazy part is like she didn't drill in that point, but like he got it in because like that shit was disappointing to say the least. Because he was saying some fucked up shit, some vile shit. But like, yeah, you we have to understand that like patriarchy in itself is rooted in trauma. So like you trying to like this whole performance that you're doing, this whole role that you play is about you trying to protect yourself at the same time. And it's like you can't be in that mindset and think that you supposed to be in this authority position where like you gonna school somebody else. Well, what about you? I don't know. I feel like the military fuck people up a lot more than they realize they do. Besides like just wars and shit, that whole mindset is problematic. That whole like
Oh, she
military
was
shit.
in the military.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that you brought that up, Tara, because I was about to say that. Like, I mean, if you think about it, she's been surrounded, but she never talks about how anybody like any she never talks about like a like matriarch is her in her family. And all of the research she does is always gonna be like men researching this and men. All of the books that she promotes is written by men. All of the philosophy she quotes is men. Like she, and I mean, you gotta think, if you go into the military, you getting broken down and retrained up by men. So yeah, I think the military did fuck her up real bad too.
Yeah, she sound like a man today. The stuff that she was saying was very atrocious. I never heard her on her own live. I only heard her on public live, and I knew I didn't like her from her being on public live. And some of the shit that she was saying on public live, I was like, "Is this lady okay?" Like the stuff that she was saying was kind of crazy.
My original gripe for her was the whole she support that biological thing, which I think is problematic. Because like in itself, you're basically saying that well, men are just born like this, nothing can be done about it. And if that's what you truly believe, then why are you sitting here shaming women? But that's problematic too. People who believe, oh, just inherently people, well, no, the people just born this way. Like men are like that just because they're born and they want to pursue women. No, there's more to it like that. Because if it was that cut and dry, we wouldn't have women following suit. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. But
It gives men an out.
Huh?
It gives men an excuse.
Hold on, what you say?
I just said it gives men an excuse. Like if you say, well, I'm just born this way, I can't help it. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't push the conversation anywhere, and it also it dismisses the social conditioning. It doesn't have you can't have a conversation about how women end up this way either. Once we just say it's a biological thing, you basically what the fuck is we talking about? If men are born like this way and women are born this way, then what the fuck is the problem then? Then we should see strictly down the middle, men acting one way and women act another way. But that's not what it is. So we like y'all trying to make this a biological thing, and it's fucking not. It simply isn't. That should be annoying.
Yeah, gender essentialism.
Yeah, I ain't want that word to get me fucked up, yo. I try to avoid it, but go ahead.
Oh, wait, they'll block you for that?
No, essentialism. I ain't want to say it wrong. I was talking too fast.
Oh, you said it. You know which word give
I
me.
was reading it. I can read. My reading skills are impeccable.
Okay, put my word on there. I can probably read inanimate, inanimate,
Exactly.
whatever.
Can't say shit, and I don't give a damn. Say what I want to say.
But yeah, that's all I had, y'all. I ain't had nothing else besides that.
I had something I keep forgetting. Damn. I'm trying to have lunch. But I think that's why you hear men justify their behavior by simply saying that it's in our nature to be these predatory people, and that's why they make that is them saying that men are just like that would track with her talking the way she talks, because they want women to be responsible for everything. And if we just say well men are like that, then it's on us to behave a certain type of way. So we got to behave a certain type of way to get a man, behave a certain type of way to keep a man, behave a certain type of way to keep a man away from us, behave a certain type of way to not get beat up or unalive. Like it's all these rules that be put on women. And men get to have autonomy. They get to exist. They can be a monster or not. A man can be and that's why men get to have duality. A man can unalive 1,000 people, get a pen pal, and be a reformed nigga. I mean, it's crazy. But, hey, we wear a damn outfit to the damn Disneyland, and we a fucking slut. It's crazy.
Yeah, because essentially, like that's what that conversation always come down to. It's like this is how men are. What women gonna do? What y'all doing? And it's like that's even the conversation I was saying about like who do you blame for as the pick me woman versus the red pill man, because it's like the at the end of the day the responsibility is still on a woman. We still be putting it all on women, and that shit is crazy because in the fucking patriarchy women are the victims. That's just the way that is.
Yeah. But we also to say that women create this system that victimizes us is crazy. So we hate women so much that we wanted to hurt ourselves. That's interesting.
Yeah, we decided to have sons. We decided to have sex with men and have sons. But she in the clear because she had daughters.
Oh, that's why she say that? Oh, yeah, she do have a daughter. Damn. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, because like she in the clear. She didn't make a man, so she in the clear. And a lot of the time, like people can't pull themselves outside of the rhetoric.
But she wanna be like one.
Yeah, because she still put them on a pedestal.
That's the that's what I'm gonna say. But wait, she still got them. She still putting them up high. Like that's the standard. She enjoy. She has to admire their callousness.
Yeah, because the thing is, once you realize this whole shit is not a binary, exists on the spectrum, it's all fucking performative. Then why? Because like she does that too. Like why are you performing that role? Because like you aspire to be that. That's what you aspire to, and it's like you want to be a misogynistic man at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be a misogynistic man and shame these women for the shit that's happened to them. Because at the end of the day, they just hurt and they're allowing that shit to hurt happen to them. Are you fucking, ma'am? Are you fucking okay? Are you serious? Ain't no motherfucking way. That's crazy. And I think just like women who be like, I don't mind being submissive, whatever. Y'all need to stop letting people talk to y'all crazy. And that's anybody. Nobody should be sitting there like if you got a kink, if that's your thing, all right, go ahead, enjoy your kink. Because a lot of times this shit come down to a kink. To be honest, a lot of this shit be a fucking kink.
Not a king.
It be a kink. You live a traditional lifestyle, a traditional relationship, right? He performing the masculine role, you performing the feminine role. You going along with all the shit the cult tell you to do. Yeah, that's a fucking kink. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Why you forcing that shit on me? I ain't into that nasty, freaky shit. Y'all some freaky ass niggas at the end.
Now y'all freaky.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue almost the opposite in that like these things that we say are because yes, like you're right, I think, but also at the same time, like the idea of things being kinks is kind of weird to me. Like if you're into a certain lifestyle and that's what you do all the time, like that's a lifestyle. To call it a kink almost makes it seem like, oh, we're just pretending, we're just playing pretend. This is just role playing, but it's like you're not though, because that's what you're doing the whole time.
But it is a role play though. That's what I'm saying. It's a performance. They not really like that. If you telling women, hey, y'all can come to this school that I got this etiquette school, so you could be the act like an actual lady, and I'm going to this class and I'm learning how to be a lady, and that's how I'm presenting in the world. It is a performance. I just don't. I'm not taking it off as often as somebody else, but it still is a fucking performance.
Right. So I guess then, like, what is the difference between a lifestyle and a kink? Like, I feel like to call it a kink when it's a lifestyle is like,
I understand what you're saying, but
yeah.
at the same time, I'm fucking around, Liz. Damn, Liz. I get what you're saying. It is a lifestyle, but my problem is them forcing that lifestyle on people. Because some people go. That's why I say like it's a lot of people, y'all. Some people don't want to deconstruct shit. Some people want to play the rules. Some people like all the rules being made. They just gotta follow the rules. There's people out there like that. Fine, you can have it, but don't tell me I can't call it out for what it is.
Damn, I
Yeah,
agree.
we do king expert. What's up, Miss Smoking Stack?
Hey y'all, I was coming up to give clarification on the kink versus lifestyle and where I think the divide kind of happens. So I agree that it's programming, right? So can you be programmed? Can you get brainwashed and then you actually end up liking something? Yeah. So, but I wanted to say that the division happens where if you get these women who are submissive traditional, away from their husbands in a group, in a room, and the men are out on a trip somewhere, they're going to actually come out and say, "Oh, I manipulate him to doing this. I don't care that he say that and he say this shit. He ain't really the boss." They'll open up. They really not into that shit. They're in there using and they're taking advantage of whatever they can. but they were programmed and they woke up to it, and they'll say it in private. Let's be real. They'll say it in private. They'll come out and say that thing in private amongst other women who are kind of in the same position or lifestyle, right? And then also, when they wake up from the program, they divorce. So what's left is true kinks. Like, I like being the submissive king, but someone saying for the rest of my life, I don't want to have any autonomy. I don't want to do anything for myself. I don't want to have any life for myself. All they have is regrets at the end. When you get these women 10, 15, 20 years in, there's regret, which means they really truly didn't enjoy it. No, they didn't enjoy it. The ones that were left and enjoyed it, I'm going with Tara, and I'm not joking. There was a kink. That's what you like to do. But no, you're going to wake up one day. Some of them already woke up. They just keep it quiet. And it's a conversation behind closed doors. But my husband don't know what the hell he doing. He blah, 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 blah. When he's in there, hey, honey, blah, blah. It's a whole, and that's the role we're talking about. That's what's performative. When you first go into it, you think that there's some sort of glory to be had. It's probably way sooner than 10, 15, 20 years in that you realize that, hey, boy, lady came in. Where's Lynn? She asked for her. But I just wanted to say that part of it. So there's a divide. If you really were, I don't know, truly invested in it, you would carry it all the way out to the end of your days. But there's people who've been married 60 years. And when they 60, 70 years in, look at how them wives talk to them husbands. Look how they talk to them. It's no, they're not submissive and love. That's not what's happening anymore. They wake up. But if y'all know something different, please let me know. Someone contradict me.
I would say that does happen often, but now if a man is truly scary and abusive and you have no choice, and let's say you're being financially abused, whatever it is, there is no talking, like the talking back and stuff can't really happen because then there will be retaliation for that. But so then when we call it a kink, like then I guess you're just playing into his kink, but like, can we call like abusing women a kink?
Well, see, that's the thing.
No,
So
I'm talking about
I'm
women
talking
who
about the
like it.
consent part of it. So once it's beyond consent, it's not a kink anymore, right? What I'm talking about is two individuals agreeing to be the performance, agreeing to being like the cookie cutter, what they're supposed to do. We're doing the traditional roles. I do this, you do that. I cook a meal, you come home, and I play that role. Like that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, if that man being abusive and she's in a situation where she want to get out or something, then we talk about something different now.
But I would say agreeing is sort of a complex thing because you might be agreeing to it, but that doesn't exist in a vacuum. Like there's conditioning that goes into that. There's like your circumstances that go into that. Like maybe a lot of women might agree to that, but like wouldn't if circumstances were different. Wouldn't if they didn't have that programming. Like, I think.
But that's
We're saying the same thing, Liz. That's what we agreed to. We said there's programming, there's etiquette school, there's go to college and get you a husband, all that stuff. And then behind closed doors, if there's other women you feel safe around, you're going to say all the things like this is some bullshit or what have you, but you can't say it to him. That's what I said.
Yeah, and it's not just the woman. Like we also gotta understand that, like even on the man side, there's a level of performance too. I definitely agree, but I'm just saying it's like at the end of the day, what we're talking about is conformity.
and I was gonna say like it could even be where there is a situation where they're not even really in a traditional relationship, but they will role play certain things at certain times. It's a very complex thing. That's why I think like I hear exactly what you're saying, Liz. I agree. But when Tara was making a point that sometimes like your trauma will have you develop a kink. That's why it's muddy. That's the weird part about it. Because even when you think about, you could think about any type of victim, like, and if you were to ask them what their kink was, and it might be scary how similar it is to something traumatic that happened to them. So, and it's the way they put stuff on TV too. Like when y'all was having this conversation, the first thing I thought about was on Baby Boy when they was arguing, then they had smacks, and then he was like, "You gonna go fix my tacos?" And she was like, "I'm a cook, I'm a clean." That is romanticizing a very toxic relationship, and some women see that and was groomed to believe that is supposed to be cute. If you go on Prison Talk, for example, because I think For one, I be knee deep in prison talk, so y'all gotta excuse me. But if you go on prison talk, you will hear story after story after story. These women are going, they are showing their JPay messages. They are talking about, oh my. Let me tell y'all what happened with my husband. I played a trick on him, and he told me I better fucking do this or he gonna do this. He cursed me out, but oh that man, he be tripping. Like they think that's cute, but they're performing something. They are performing this like image to appease his ego. Like, so I don't know. It's a complicated thing. Go
Or it's
ahead.
what they tell themselves that he's like just playing around or whatever. They like make light of it because it makes them feel better.
Yeah, and I think that happens a lot though. So to your point, yeah, it is dangerous because a lot of these women don't know that they need to get out. That's the thing. They don't know that. Yeah, y'all got to go on prison talk, man.
Not you sending people to prison talk. That's crazy.
Hey.
Some of y'all ain't send a heart me. If y'all got a gray, y'all know who y'all are. Say heart me's, y'all. It's just a penny. Thank you, Liz. What's up, poetic lady? How you doing?
Hey Tara, sorry I couldn't unmute. Hey,
Oh,
how
you
you
fine.
doing? I'm
I'm
good.
good. I don't know where the fuck Lynn went at. But earlier me and Lynn was in Discord and she was playing Prince Ella live in the background. And I didn't know it was you, but I was like, whoever that lady is, she cooking because essentially you was making a point about how if she's saying women don't like each other, then the women in her space or something like that. Do you remember what you said?
Yeah, I said, well, that means the women here, they just hate women. That's why they like this.
Yeah, because from my perspective, when I listen to Princella, all she do is talk down about women. Like she make it seem like she did to like liberate women's minds and all that stuff, but all she doing is talking shit about women. Like she's doing, it's like it ain't. If you took Princella out and you put another red pill nigga in, it would sound the same. It would sound the fucking same to me.
And that was my next point. And I think she realized that because I got in my car and my Wi-Fi started messing up. And that was my next question. I was all like, so you agree with red pill? You're just another red pillar. It was my next theme. But I told her, drop me and bring me back up. Once she dropped me, she's like, oh, no, I'm not bringing you back up. Because I feel like she know that what I was saying was low-key exposing her. And I was doing it respectfully. So she just tried to find it out to have me drop. And I just
Yeah.
don't understand why women. I'm starting to think that women. I'm starting to think that people in her space are pygmies. Reform, like they got to be pygmies. Are they got to be women who do not like other women? Because it just doesn't make no sense. I don't see what her do not like other women because it just doesn't make no sense. I don't see what her real solution is. She say, "Oh, dissenter men," and she claimed that it's something easy to do, but the women. Hold on, because my
Uncles, did you want to say anything about it? I know we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, I think you guys are touching on it. I just wanted to be a troll for a second. I'm going to troll. Do you remember what we used to say about Public and the kids coming on camera and him acting like he's dad and but shooing the kids away? That's
Mm-hmm.
what she does to her daughter to live and people be in the comments trolling her, talking about some feed that baby, stop shooing that baby away and be fucking with it. Oh, I love that shit. But
That's the thing. I don't
yeah,
actually watch
she
her
a
live
whole
neither.
man. She a whole man. A whole man. I said she just leaned too much into that shit. Leans all the way into it. And this is another grift that's on right now. Like I said, there's a demographic of women who find our content, and it's usually if your algorithm sees that you're fresh out of a relationship. Um, and you're watching content about, a breakup or whatever's going online, it's going to push you there based on the other stuff that you're liking. So it'll push you right over there, especially if you're out of something, harmful that was traumatic with a man. It'll send you there. So then you get kind of full up because you hear the stuff initially about men. But if you stay around long enough, one or two lives, or maybe in the same live, if it's a long one, it goes to the it's you women. Y'all the problem. And then that's what happens. It's all these women are looking at themselves like, is it me? What did I do? So now you have all these women like looking at themselves and critiquing themselves. And instead of them getting some sort of healing, now they're also what? self-hating and hating other women. Perfect red pill disaster. Perfect red pill disaster. That's it.
Yeah, and I feel like damn, I was reading the comments, lost my damn train of thought.
Okay, I could go. I'm ready now.
All right, go ahead.
I'm glad that you're hosting this live. Because I didn't want to make. I don't really make lives about people, and I want her to bring me up again. So I don't want to come in a way where I'm challenging her. Otherwise, she usually don't even bring people up. I asked
You
her
ain't gonna
to
get that
let me
opportunity
up,
again.
huh?
You probably don't get that opportunity again.
So I want to go up again because, like you said, she really just sound like another red pillar. Like, what are you really helping? And then the women are saying, "Oh, she's there to help women." Help women how? By insulting women like the red pillars do? How's that? And I asked her that. I was like, "How is this uplifting women? How's this going to actually help women?" Because and then, like I said, she dropped me, so I didn't even get to say everything I wanted to say. And I was like, "What is? Shouldn't you?" I said something to the sort of, "Shouldn't you be more so trying to build a sisterhood and telling women that they should love and respect each other more? If the women are the issue." Because it just sounds like these women just hate each other. So now you're saying that women can't be trusted. So now everybody in your life, these women just gonna be looking at other women side eye, and it's just helping perpetuate the so-called hate that's amongst women that you claim that is there. And I'm not saying some of it's not there. I believe it's a small demographic. It's the pygmies. She said it's 90% of black women are pygmies. I said, where are you getting those stats from? 90% of black women? That's crazy.
Poetic. I'm going to tell you why it's another level of hell for me. With red pill men or just men, period. And here's my dig on men for the day. They get one per day. They're
Only
so
one is
fucking soup.
crazy.
Listen, they get minimum of one, but I won't be on the panels. But this is today's on the panel. They're so fucking superficial. So they'll argue about wigs, weave, and lashes, right? What outweighs stuff like that. Very, very surface level. The stuff that Priscilla does as far as taking it to hell is about our decision making, our choices, our discernment, all these things. That's a total different attack as far as tearing someone down mentally, emotionally. We can brush off these dumbass men. They just stupid. Saying stuff that don't apply, what have you. But when you have a woman second guessing her choices, second guessing her ability, those are next level hell for me. So that's for me why it's more harmful than a red pill. Man, red pill men are a joke. They're a joke. They're superficial even to themselves. Gonna make a lot of money and look good. Like that shit don't count. We're talking about things on a deeper level. And attacking a woman on a deeper level for me, that shit is diabolical. It's disgusting work to me. So that's why I say it's different, but it's not different in a good way. It's different in a worse way, if that makes sense.
Definitely. And I just recently found out about her from Nisi. And Nisi was telling me that she used to advocate for women. Now she's advocating for men. And I'm surprised nobody have, because I'm kind of new to the TikTok scene. I'm surprised nobody have debunked her because honestly, as I was listening, I just felt like this is going to be more and more harmful. This is
Yes,
going to, go ahead.
first of all, I'm gonna say this. I don't know why y'all keep saying she advocates for women. She's never advocated for women. She's been talking down on women since the beginning. Only thing is, she used to talk down on men. That's all that's happening. And the thing is, it's not that she don't get criticism. It's that anybody with a large following is going to give off that persona that so many people support this person. But there are a lot of people who, when she made that video about Sandra Bland, who called her out for it. And then that's what protects these large creators. They got this large following and look like, oh, okay, this is what people think. No, she said some problematic shit. And y'all, I don't know about everything that happened with her ex, but the shit that happened with her ex, I'm surprised people just like not. There's no real critique.
Well, that's when the platform changed. The platform changed. She disappeared for a little while and came back and rebranded and changed, and that was the new angle. So she just kind of leaned into it because all of the feedback was, "You sound like a man." You sound like a dude gaslighting, blah, 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 blah. So I think whatever piece that she was still trying to protect as if she was siding with women, she went ahead and changed the whole platform and was just like, fuck it, and let the whole mask fall. That's all that happened.
But what's even more problematic is I don't know if y'all heard when the girl came up and the girl came up and tried to check me. And then she ended up looking dumb. She talking about, oh, I'm just listening to respond. And then she came up and said that she'd been following her for a length of time, which is way longer than me because I've only been to like about 3 of her lives. And she came up there asking her, like, what is she supposed to do to find a good partnership? And Parcel's like, oh, well, you must not be listening to my lives and you need to go to my workshop because it's not about having a partnership. So what are you teaching these women ultimately? And then when most of these women are coming to you thinking that you're teaching them how to get a man, and this is one of your followers that is confused as hell. She don't even know what information to take and what to do with it.
Oh, poetic, was
So
that, you said that lady had been following her for a while that asked this question?
yeah,
The
and I don't
reason
know if
she's
she posted up
confused is
her lives,
because,
but I wanna record that one part and put on my page because that was crazy.
no,
How you follow her, but you
because
still
she
don't know.
changed.
Yeah,
She
but let
changed
me
it
make
last
this
year.
point.
It was date women. She was promoting all women date women. So now that she hates women, now it's date nobody. But if you go back into like September, like 2024 and before, it was pushing women date women. So go ahead. That's why she's confused now.
Oh, that makes sense. Cause that to me, that's what I ultimately feel like she was trying to do. Like, so even some of the women, some of my followers, you know how people when you go live, some of your followers see you live, so they come in there. They was in there saying like, what? So what we supposed to do? Date women? Cause that's what she's kind of giving. She's kind of giving that. She says men are incapable of love, so it's like, okay, so what women gonna do? Just date other women? Cause a lot of women want love, and that's the message that she's indirectly sending now. But my point is this: I asked her because one of her followers was up there talking about, well, I'm going to be lonely then, and I was all like, well, it's easy for you to tell these women to decenter men. You have one of your followers up here saying that she's going to be lonely, and you're up there with a girl. Not everybody's going to be there with a girl. So is it fair for you to teach this message to heterosexual women? And then she went on the long rant without really even answering that question. Like she keep talking about dissenter, but you ain't dissentering your romantic relationship. You just chose a girl.
Well, we was also talking about her earlier, like um man, women, all this comes to femme presenting, man presenting. And she plays into that traditional role too. It's like uh because women dating women sound good enough, but when you look at women who date women, but they're like the studs and they perform as men perform, they be hella problematic. So like, where's the critique there? And it's like, I don't care who doing it. I don't care if it's a man or woman performing that shit. It's a problem. It's a fucking problem. And it's like, that go land. Well, I don't know if you come back up here. But I don't trust that bitch. And I don't like when women say stuff like, "Oh, women don't like each other" and all that stuff. Like, yeah, like I understand there's a level of competition that women are forced into, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, y'all bitches this, y'all like, what the fuck is wrong with you?" Oh, nothing, Lynn. Nothing happened.
And it's like the women like that. She'd be like, she literally said, this is what she said. Women are born 304s and into 304 them. And all the girls in the comments, because she have a lot of women in there, and they're all like, yeah, yeah. And I'm just like, y'all, it's like y'all like being abused. Y'all like being talked down to. All these women agreeing with her, and she's literally generalizing women as 304s as a collective. And when I asked her a question, she said majority as a collective,
The thing
that
is,
they're born 304s.
they're not deconstructing. That's the thing. They're not deconstructing. It's like, and we talk about that even here, like when we be talking to men, like trying to make certain points with them. There's a difference between a woman who's going back and forth with a man to try to make a point and a woman who's going back and forth with a man and you flirting with him. Cause that happens too. And like if you sit back, you can tell easily, oh, she just flirting with that man. So like the thing is not everybody's deconstructing. And I don't know, you just somebody with a platform, and I think that's harmful. I think it's harmful to be just women don't do this and y'all you just saying all the problematic things. It's like we supposed to support you, why?
Yeah, we talked on that too
Exactly. I
on
don't
this.
get the insulting part. You sound like a red pillar. If you just wanted to say women need to decenter relationships and focus on themselves and their purpose, I could understand that. If you want to say women need to just decenter men in relationships because she said majority of women are pick me's, I could even understand that. But for you to just sit there and insult women and be like, y'all bitches this and y'all bees that, and all the women like, yeah, yeah, yeah. All y'all look like is a bunch of pygmies. Because it's a woman, it's okay. When the men sit up there and call us the B word and HOEs, we're going to call them, oh, you red pill, you disrespectful. Why is it okay for her to do it? Because she's a woman presenting as a man majority of the time, and then she want to switch up and act like a woman. It's I don't know what's going on there.
Your signal going out. Doc, what you wanted to say something?
No, I was gonna say we already talked about that on this point on the back end about the women who like that type of, I don't know, degradation at this point. That's all that it is. So we were talking about what type of woman would be attracted to that type of rhetoric. But it's the same women that's in the red pill spaces, right? Who are attracted to that rhetoric and who are supporting the men. Yeah, women shouldn't dress like that. Yeah, women shouldn't talk like that. These bitches, they hoes, they know what they doing. They the ones chasing men. So there is a group. There is a support. There's a dynamic, excuse me, there's a demographic out there that likes that particular dynamic. So I agree with you 100%, Poetic. It's disgusting to see and hear. But that's not, again, moving and maybe improving anything. If anything, it's pushing us back because that type of rhetoric that's that male centered ends up harming not just the women, but that flows down to our children and the next generation, and it separates women from having community. All the things that isolation is just so many things that it touches. I call it an octopus. You know, there's millions of tentacles, and people are not looking at how it affects us in every aspect. But yeah, it's disgusting work.
Is it minister? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
I see you, Liz. Hold on, Liz, you wanna go real quick?
No, no, that's fine.
Okay. Minister, because you disagree, I wanted to get your take.
Yes, I do disagree. When Princella first started, she gave the biology and the psychology of men through science, exactly how men are and how they are incapable of love. She said women are nurturers by nature. She did not tell women that they had to be gay. I don't know. Can I say gay on here?
Just you don't have to say it again. We got it.
Okay. She did not tell women that they had to do that. She told women that they can be celibate as well, but they need to hone in on their talents and they need to focus on making their own money instead of depending on men, because if they depend on men, they will end up in a trap. I didn't. Once Princella started going off on women, she's talking about the women who sell their daughters out. She's talking about the women who fight each other over men. She's talking about the women who consistently try to force men to be monogamous when that's not their nature. Over history and time, men have never been monogamous. They have always been polygamous. They have always trapped their wife with babies. They have always used their peen to trap women. They have always used love to trap women. And once they conquer her, they move on to the next woman. And instead of women accepting this, they would rather fight over men. They would rather make a bunch of podcasts about men, telling men what to do instead of just building communities amongst each other. And no, you don't have to be intimate with each other.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Because I hear red pill men say all the time that, men are like protectors and providers by nature and women are born to be nurturers, right? How is she saying anything different from them? If they both saying that the way we behave, the way we perform in society is all biological, how is she any different? How was she saying anything different than from red pillars?
When men said they're protectors by nature,
Yeah, so you're saying like, all right, this is how men are is biology, but the point even with the nurturing thing, women are nurtured by nature, like that's what Red Pill say.
they are. Women are nurturers by nature, and they're supposed to protect each other. They're supposed to protect their children. But when women are letting men in their house and living with men, and these men are abusing them, they're not protecting their children. A wife can be with a man for years, and she still ends up getting hurt by a man.
Because my confusion is if this is how we're born, right? This is our biology, and this is how we perform just because of our biology. Then how is it that women can do anything different? Then whatever women do need to be accepted because that's the biology of women. That's confusing.
Women bear children. That is their biology. So when you have a child, don't you want to protect your child? She's going in on the women who are not protecting their children, and they're throwing their children, excuse me, y'all. They have been throwing their children under the bus just for the sake of having a man. And then you have women out here looking for men to provide for them, and some of these men are molesting their children. They're putting these women at risk for STDs.
So here's the we
These women, just because a man has money and she can get a man to sprinkle
hold on
sprinkle.
real quick though. The thing is we don't need you to break down like the behavior. We get the behaviors. But Mia, did you want to say something real quick?
I just wanted to say, but then that's why women would be nurturing men because they would think that if they nurture them enough, then they would love them. That would be in women's nature to keep trying to be in community with men and nurture them. Because if it's in our nature to nurture, we're gonna nurture everybody, not just certain Homo sapiens.
No, she nurtures her children. She's not supposed to nurture men. The patriarchy taught that lie to keep women enslaved.
But how come we're talking about like women having to like what women need to do to navigate around men who are just always going to be these evil monsters as if that's a foregone conclusion? Like I can't get on board with that. Like that means that like men don't like men there's no accountability for men because it's just their nature. It's just what they're going to do no matter what. And then that gives men an excuse to continue being that way because then they internalize that and say, well, that's just in my nature. That's just what I'm going to do. Like, then yeah, truly nothing changes. Well, meanwhile, we still get shamed, right? If we're not in proximity to a man. Second, that like a man challenges us, what's the first question? Like, where's your husband at? I bet you're not even married. The idea of like the old maid, blah, 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 blah. Like, the messaging is conflicting and it's nonsense.
Again, this is why he says women need to stick together because when you come together in numbers, you are stronger. You can hold men accountable when you stick together. But if it's a woman in a house with a man by herself or she's protecting her husband, of course she won't be able to protect herself and her children. But if she is in a community of women, she will be able to protect herself and her children and the women in that community. The men wouldn't be allowed to take advantage of the women. That's how they're being held accountable. They
But
wouldn't.
I'm just
minister,
confused.
that's not what she's saying. She's attacking women. So
And I'm also
this
confused.
community rhetoric is
Denise, you can
not
go
what
next.
she's saying.
Okay.
She's talking down upon women. And we weren't
No.
talking about abuse. We weren't talking about the children and the danger. We're talking about the mindset of people have misogynistic viewpoints. And what she's pushing is y'all bitches, y'all hoes, y'all don't know how to do better. She's not saying come together as community. That's not the point. It's continuing to berate women over
Yes,
and
you
over and
do.
over again and not taking the angle of I'm only berating you because you're not keeping your children safe. She's berating you just by dealing with them at all.
So I'm just confused too because you're talking about community amongst women, but you're down in the comments saying women can't get along, they're arguing, there's always a problem when women are together. So you can't in one breath say, hey, we should build this big community, but you're also doing essentially what we're saying Priscilla is doing. You're down in the comments downing women. So don't ask me to be in
But do
community
you
with
think they?
you.
But do you
I'm
think they
not
do
finished.
that?
I'm not finished.
Is that true?
Don't tell me to be in community with you when you down here in the comments telling me women always argue when we
I
together
don't
and we
in a
can't be together
community.
and all of that. So that's my issue with what you're saying. I
I don't.
also did not come with a manual in my womb. So don't tell me that I'm a nurturer. Don't tell me that at all. I'm not going to play that role for you.
Children.
So you trying to stick me in that
Hold on, let
role
her finish.
means you trying to stick me in that role and put me in that role is not okay. Because not only am I a nurturer, I am also a protector, since you asking people if they have children. And as a woman, I'm going to protect if I have children, because that's none of your goddamn business. If I have children, I am not only going to raise them up, but I'm also going to protect them. And so you can play whatever role you want to play. But if you don't want to be in community with me, then don't be in community with me and go somewhere else. It's just that simple.
Are you done now? You sound very angry, ma'am. And
How
we're
do
not
I sound angry? I don't sound angry at all. Are you tone policing me? Because I don't sound angry at all.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though,
I
Deja.
let you
Even
finish.
hold up, real quick. Even if she is sounding angry, why is her anger not valid? Like, that's crazy.
But she's not
She's
angry.
sitting here and she's cussing at me,
I'm not
man.
saying she
I
is,
didn't
but
say
the
a cuss word
interesting.
at
She
you.
didn't even curse. She didn't even curse.
She can be a
Not you
nurse.
trying to do the angry
But
black
hold
woman,
on,
but you want to be in
Deja.
community.
Wanna be.
No,
But
Deja, hold on.
Go ahead, Fatima.
No, yeah. What we're not gonna do
act
is
like women are not catty.
Yeah,
Hold
so
up,
what we're
Minister.
not.
Hold
Let's
up.
not
Because
sit
everybody, hold up, Minister.
not
Everybody didn't speak
divide each
yet.
other over a man.
Hold up,
Let's
Minister.
not sit
Everybody
here and
didn't
act
speak
like
yet.
women do not cut a fool in the workplace when they see another beautiful woman walk in.
Okay, girl.
Let's not sit here
Hold
and
up,
act
y'all.
like
Hold
we
up,
don't
y'all.
shame
Hold
other
up,
women.
y'all. Go ahead, Fatima.
Yeah, so for us to sit up here, right, and we're in a room with black women featuring Liz. Hi, Liz. You know, and we're rocking with Liz because Liz is rocking with us. But outside of that, right, to sit here and say that she sounds angry because she's speaking at a normal rate, and then you've turned around at this point and have been over talking multiple people, like, let's not sit here
I'm
and
not
play
gonna let
those
you
games.
gaslight me, ma'am. She
What is
wasn't speaking
gaslighting?
normal
Excuse
at
me,
a
you're
normal
over
time.
talking me now.
No, she wasn't. She
You're
was
over
cussing
talking
me.
me now. You're over talking me now. It's
No,
my
ma'am.
turn.
She was
It's my
cussing me.
turn.
So you're not gonna
She didn't
gaslight me,
curse at you.
ma'am.
Excuse me.
cuss
I'm
at you at
talking.
all.
No, wait, but
Fuck
I'm
if you don't
talking.
agree with me.
But I'm
I really
talking
don't.
now.
But
But you're
if y'all
proving.
gonna cuss
Okay,
at me, I'm
so
gonna cuss back.
yeah, so
Okay?
but I'm talking now, and I
Go
didn't
get that
curse.
point.
But I'm talking now,
I
right?
don't need
So
you to
you
stand
proved
up for
my
her.
point. So you
I was
proved my point
responding to her,
that you
ma'am.
over talk, and now I'm speaking because the host said that Fatima's gonna speak. Unless your name is also Fatima, go ahead and mute.
You angry? Are
Yeah,
you
so like I was
angry?
saying, so like
Yep,
I
you know
was
what? Yes,
saying,
I am.
like
I'm
I was
angry.
saying because I'm talking now. I'm talking now. Deja didn't curse. She didn't say a single curse word.
Yes, she
You
did.
seem
She
to
said
have made that
goddamn.
up.
Yes, she
She said,
did.
what did she say?
Yes, she did. She said it's none of your goddamn business if
Oh,
I had
that's a curse
children.
word
Because
now.
I said if
Okay,
you
so
do
that's.
have children,
Oh, I'm
it
so
is your
sorry.
goddamn
That's a
business
curse
children.
word
How
now.
are you gonna tell me that it's
Oh,
not? You sound
thank you.
ridiculous.
No,
Ma'am.
thank you, thank
Put
you, thank
yourself back
you.
on mute.
No, girl, I'm gonna keep talking because
You
I'm
sound
speaking and
dumb.
it's my turn.
That's what you
I think the
sound
only
like.
person that sounds stupid and
No, I
ridiculous
don't
up
sound
here
stupid,
is
ma'am. If
you.
you
You
have children,
sound,
you're supposed to nurture them.
hey, no,
What
no,
are
you
you
Hold
talking
up,
about?
y'all. Hold up. It's Fatima's. Let Fatima land, and then Prince Sarah go, and then we can do open panel.
yeah, so I don't to the prompt though, like male-centered women hate women. Yeah, I would even argue that they hate themselves, and that's what the issue is, and that they don't like the freedom that other women may have. You're putting yourself into a prison when you center everything around male approval, right? So men are great. I think that they're good for like certain things, and that they're good when it's a good man. That's great that you can get him to do stuff. They're here to help you with different things, right? But for you to sit there and make your entire existence around getting a man, you're not even happy. You hate yourself, and of course you're gonna hate other women because you view them as kind of a reflection of you.
Ma'am, I'm a
But if
lesbian,
we're
so what the fuck are you
excuse me,
talking
are you
about?
okay? I'm speaking to the prompt.
Now that's a cuss word.
You're really dumb.
That's a curse. Are you
But this
okay?
is not about what I
Ma'am, are
just
you okay?
said.
I'm speaking to the prompt. I'm speaking to male-centered women hating women, which is the prompt. Are you good? Girl, if there's anybody that's aggressive and angry here, it's you. I feel attacked. And she cursed at me.
I hope you do.
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I do
Okay,
feel
but cussing
attacked.
came at me first, ma'am.
Yeah, no, I didn't
So
curse
y'all
at
got it
you.
right
I
back.
didn't curse at you. You just cursed at me. When did I curse?
Ma'am, they were
Delusional. You're delusional and
You're
you're a
aggressive.
liar.
let's not deflect,
You're
ma'am.
delusional and you're a liar. I have not cursed at you.
So
And
let's
you
not
just cursed
deflect.
at me. Girl, there's no
First of all,
deflecting.
I'm a
You
lesbian.
tried to
I'm
come
not
at no.
male-centered.
You tried to
Okay?
come at Deja
Every single
saying
time
that
I
she
come
was
on this,
no. You tried to come at
she's a grown
Deja.
ass
You were
woman. She
saying
doesn't
that
need
she
your
was
help.
aggressive. You were saying that she's aggressive and
Okay.
she cursed
She's
at
a
you.
grown
You're like,
ass
oh my
woman,
god,
ma'am.
So she cursed at you. Then you turned around while I'm talking and you actually cursed at me. Are you okay? You're beyond. No, you're doing a lot,
and
girl.
find you a provider man
Girl,
to
you're
beat you
doing a
down.
lot. You're doing
How
a
about
lot
we
right
do that
now.
together?
You're
You
doing a
sound like you
lot,
fighting for a man.
girl.
Y'all
I'm
gonna
gonna.
find out the hard way.
Yeah,
It's
girl. I
all
don't
right.
have to
Y'all gonna
find out.
find
I'm
out the hard way
kept.
because
I'm
y'all will never
kept.
be able to change
I'm
these men.
kept. I'm kept.
These men will never be
Don't worry about
monogamous,
it, babe. I'm
baby.
kept. I'm kept.
These
Okay.
men will never.
I'm,
Okay, all
I'm
right.
very well taken care of. Okay, I'm
Exactly
very
what
well taken
Priscilla was
care of.
talking about. I'm
I'm
kept.
very
I'm
well
kept.
taken
But
care
you're
of.
not gonna talk about
I'm
all the
very well
cheating.
taken
You're
care
not
of.
gonna talk about the risk of ST.
Girl, what are you talking about? You're so delusional.
Talk about the true
Why are we
nature
talking
of
about
women.
STIs? I don't even
Y'all
believe
never
in.
do.
I don't even believe in having premarital
We
sex.
talk about it all the time, ma'am.
Yeah. So yeah,
Because
that's
baby,
the
I'm kept
thing.
by myself. That's the real flex.
Okay,
I'm
girl.
trying to figure out who hurt you.
You need a man.
You're
Girl, I
angry.
have. Wait,
Sound like
hold
a
on.
red
Wait.
pill
Everybody
man
pause
right
really
now.
quick. Everybody pause.
Y'all
She
scared
said,
to
wait,
sound
hold
like
on.
this red pill,
She
but you
said that,
sound
wait,
like
guys. She said that me with an Ivy League master's degree making 6 figures needs a man.
okay, and do you know how much I make?
Are you okay?
Do you know how much I make?
Are you
You
okay?
know
You
what's
don't
so
know
funny?
who you're on
Everybody
here.
online,
This is what I'm
every single
saying.
time
You
they
don't
wanna
know who
say
you're
my
on here
degree,
talking
they
to.
always
You
wanna
don't
brag
know
about
who you're
degrees they
talking
do
to. No,
have.
you
They
tried to
always
sit
wanna
here.
brag
Wait.
about money
No,
they
no, no,
don't
no.
have.
You
Ma'am, you
tried
don't
to
even
sit
sound like
up
you have
here
an
and
Ivy League
speak
degree.
down on me. No, you tried to
Ma'am,
speak
I'm
down on me.
listening
Now
to
you're
you talk.
embarrassed. No, now you're
You don't
embarrassed
even
because you don't know who
articulate
you're
yourself
talking to.
like a woman who
Babe,
makes six
you don't
figures
know. No,
with
I
an
do
Ivy
compose
League
myself like a
degree.
woman that makes
Please
6 figures.
stop. And then
You
you're
know what
talking about your
composes me
cat.
to that?
Kept
Do you
by
know what
who,
composes
ma'am?
as a woman that makes 6 figures?
Okay.
My Columbia master's degree and my Columbia
That's
undergraduate
nice, ma'am.
degree.
Round of applause
Yeah,
for
babe.
you.
You don't know
Okay.
me. This is what I'm
Just
saying. You
because you have
sat
a
up
really
here.
white
No, you
accent
sat. I
does
have a
not
white
mean that I
accent.
believe
Oh,
that
She
you
does
girl.
not
have
sound
six
white.
To
figures.
see a
Wow.
valley
And you
girl.
People
anti-black
always
too.
To see a
because she
valley
sounds very
girl.
valley girl, and
No,
it's
but
You
to be honest.
hilarious.
anti-black.
No,
That
but
makes
to
Ma'am,
be
sense.
honest,
you
I
can
think it
take
makes
that
sense
Ivy
that I have a
League
quote
degree
unquote
and
white
shove it
accent, being
straight
that
up
I
your
grew up
ass.
upper middle class. Maybe that's
Stop
what it
that.
is. It's my upper middle class
Hold
accent.
up,
Is that it?
y'all. Hold up,
Is
y'all.
that
Hold up,
it?
y'all. Hold up for a second. Prince never went. Let Prince go real quick, cause y'all not. Go ahead, Prince.
Hey, I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Me and my middle class sort of white sounding accent. I'm terrified. Ooh. But to answer the prompt, yeah, no, male-centered women do hate women because they are centering men and male ideology. And what do we know? Men hate women. Why? Because women can do the things that men can't do. And to kind of add to that, to say that women are biologically nurturing is a fallacy because we simply do not have the research. Women have been left out of scientific, psychological studies when it comes to the brain and our emotions for the past 500 years or so. So we honestly don't know the capacity of nurturing or care that is inherent to women. So we can assume that men and women, since we're both humans, have the same capacity for each. So I think we should start leaving behind the gender essentialism because it's not going to help us. And I just want to get this one curse word away. Fuck, and shit. All right, I'll go on mute.
Wait, but apparently Deja's aggressive and I sound like a white woman. So none of us can win.
Oh no, we're aggressive white
It's
women.
either you're gonna be aggressive or you're gonna sound like a white woman. Okay.
Oh no.
I don't know. It seems like you just
Our
don't
East
like
Coast,
women.
West Coast accents
Which,
are making
whatever
us
you
sound like
do,
what we're not.
all I hear is I hate black women. I hate black women.
I
I
hate
don't know
all
what
of
you
you.
do.
You
I
can't.
hate black
You
women.
guys are aggressive. You're
I mean,
aggressive
black
and
women do enough of
or
that.
you
I'm
sound like a white
scared.
Y'all,
Tara, can I ask her
black
something?
women get
Can I
along
ask
with each
Minister
other, but
something?
they
girl.
really don't.
Can we get
Hold
along
up,
with
y'all.
each
Her a
other? You
question.
freak.
Black
You
women are the
freak.
main ones to
Hold
stab
up.
each other in the back
Damn,
for male
y'all.
validation or for a white woman's validation. Black
Minister,
women
let
do
me
not
ask you
stick
this.
together.
Do you think Princella's message is helping build the sisterhood amongst women?
Yes, for the women who are not male centered. Absolutely. I don't center men. So women who can't just handle the truth about men, they're going to have a problem with her message because they can't just leave men alone. That is why every single time I go to a TikTok and it's mainly women, they are always fussing about men, cussing about men, trying to tell men what to do. Girl, just hone in on your talent. Live your life. Be celibate. But stop looking for love in a man. These men are not monogamous. That's her whole point.
So,
And how
Minister, you
long
do
have you been a
realize? Oh, sorry.
lesbian?
But
Well,
y'all will
let
never be able
me
to
ask two more
change.
questions. How long have you been a lesbian?
I've been a lesbian all my life.
So you want to force us all
I'm not
to
forcing
be
nobody. Girl,
okay?
didn't I just say celibate? And see, this is exactly what I mean, right?
You're celibate. So, girl,
Exactly.
I know you
No,
said celibate.
ma'am.
I
No,
know you
ma'am.
said
No,
celibate,
we're not gonna
girl.
do that.
But
I'm
you
not
over here
gonna
trying
force
to
you to
force
be a
everybody
lesbian,
else to
ma'am.
live your
I'm not
life.
attracted to
You
you
trying to force
or
everybody
your
else to live your life,
conversation.
girl,
Keep it real
girl.
for what it is. I don't want anybody to do anything they don't want to do. If
Then
you
why
don't
you up
want
here
to live
so
like
angry
that,
in and also in the comments trying to
listen,
push your rhetoric
they do
on
not
people?
listen
You
at
don't care
all.
so much, but you
That is
care so
exactly
much
what
at the same
Priscilla was
time.
saying. She said
Hold
all the
on,
women who are male
you
centered get
celibate?
mad
You
and say
can't get
you
a
just
man
want to
or
be
a
a
woman?
lesbian. Ma'am, you
Right.
That's
don't
what
want
I'm
people to.
saying.
That's what she. So some
That's
man hurt her,
weird.
so she mad at all women.
No, she
That is,
said be
if that ain't male
celibate. So
centered, I
you
don't know
can't
what
be a
is.
man. You can't get a
Ma'am,
man or a woman. It's wild.
no, ma'am,
Right.
no woman has hurt me. I'm completely
I
healed.
didn't say
Everything I
woman.
have
You
been
talking so
through.
much you can't hear. You
But
so
you're
worried about a
advocating
man you
for
can't
women
hear. I
together.
said a man
Y'all
hurt
have
you
a
so
heart.
bad you mad at women. That's what I said.
What?
So you mad at you mad at men, you mad at women, you mad at the whole world for what?
Ma'am, I'm not mad at anyone. I know how to advocate for women and for
You
little
ain't
girls.
advocating for women.
That
Don't
is,
ever
No.
say you advocating
ma'am,
for
you
me.
are going to be the
Don't
50
ever.
year old that gets mad when you see a young, fine, thin woman pass you and a
Ma'am,
man
you
saying
look
you
older
don't
than
do it.
me, and I'm not even close to being
You
50,
are the
but you
type
look
of
older than
woman
me.
that Prince
So
Celebrate
You look
wait.
older
talks
than me.
about.
Not with that
Girl,
body,
these
because that
men
body's
are
not
not
bodying, honey.
interested.
You look like you about
You
to
don't
fall
even look
over.
like the preference, ma'am.
You
So
don't
just
look like a
stop.
preference. You goddamn right you're
You
not a
care about
preference.
being the preference
Lopsided
of men.
ass.
Hold
And
You
on.
that's
right.
exactly what
Oh
I'm
wait.
talking about. I do not
Hold up,
care
y'all. Y'all
about being
gotta
the
let other
preference
people
of
talk.
men.
Hold up. Calm down.
So wait, so you date women but you hate women. That kind of sounds, what does that sound like?
Sound
That
Male
like
sounds
a
like
man
what
to
a man
me.
does.
I do
Yeah.
Yeah.
not like male centered women because male centered women are dangerous. They make it hard for you to do your job.
So you're
They
dangerous?
will slut out young girls
Very.
and
And put
other
in her
women.
name.
They will throw
Yeah,
women
because that's
under
what
the
I'm getting.
bus.
She's
They
dangerous.
will lie on women. They will do
I have
all
a
kinds of evil
question,
stuff
but
to
I know
women
Poetic
for
wants to
a
finish.
man. I do not have any respect for male centered
So
women.
wait,
I
you
have
had a
zero
question for
Minister.
respect.
her?
How about you
Yeah.
see
My
yourself
my
as a
hold
man?
up, hold up, ma'am. Hold up, ma'am. Go
My
ahead,
last question was
poetic.
this: how long have you been following Princella's content?
Since she first started. And
So how
I've
long
seen
ago
her
was
talk
that?
about men. And men, when this is the thing,
Approximately how
women
long
love
ago? Because I'm sorry,
Princella when
It was a
here.
simple
Princella calls
question,
men
ma'am.
out. I
Around how long ago did she first start? Because I'm sorry, I don't know.
Bro, this was years ago. Princella been on YouTube for years.
Oh,
Over
you a
Oh,
fan?
5 years. Over
Yeah.
5 years, ma'am. I've been
okay.
following her for me personally. I have been following her for 5 years straight. I've seen all her videos.
Do you
Okay,
think
you're a
my
fan.
last question is this, and
About
then y'all
men.
can give it to somebody else. Do you think her message is more so for lesbians?
Her message is for women to decenter males. It's for
Okay.
every woman. But
Okay. So I
every woman
got.
don't want to hear her because they
Okay.
don't want to decenter men.
Okay. The thing that's interesting about this, the back and forth that you've had, and some of the things you done said some problematic things, which hey, we are problematic. But what's funny is Princella, like you were saying that men are not able to be monogamous, that men, will break your heart. But Princella did the same thing. She discarded that woman in the same manner that men discard women. She talked about that woman in the same way that men talk about women after they've done something or hurt someone. Princella is not monogamous. She doesn't want to be monogamous. She is talking to multiple women. She is doing the same thing that men do to women,
Made that
and
clear
she's presenting
though. I'm
herself.
not monogamous, ma'am. She made
Let
that
her finish, ma'am. Let her know. She was still talk. Calm down.
But okay, so as we continue talking to you, the layers start to peel. So now you're non-monogamous, but what's the point of
And
y'all
what is
talking
wrong with
about
that?
men?
But
You
what's
said
wrong with
something
that?
was wrong
But
with
I'm
it.
honest about
You
it though. The
said
difference
something was
between me
wrong with
and men
it.
is men aren't honest with you all about that. I am honest about it. I am honest about me wanting to have more than one wife in a community of lesbian women.
So
I'm
you
honest
wanna be
about that,
a
ma'am.
slut. You wanna be a slut
Well, let me
and
Okay,
can
so
I
if you want
can
to
I
call
say
it
this?
that,
That's
ma'am, I'll be a
interesting.
happy lesbian slut in
Well,
between the
Minister,
Yeah, fuck
floodgates of
that.
well,
heaven.
hold on,
let me
y'all. Y'all
say
Yeah,
gotta
this,
let me
girl,
finish.
yes,
Minister.
I'm
That's
just as
Hold
that's
on.
slutty as you
I
want me
gotta
to be. How
finish.
about
I gotta be able to
that?
finish. I
go
haven't
ahead.
finished
You
talking.
damn right.
So you that rhetoric, I want the folks to hear. That rhetoric is the same that the men do. The
That's
men want
Do you
to
want me to
tell
say it
us
again? No,
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 that's
I
not
want
the that's
no,
not the same
no,
thing
no,
men do. Men lie
ma'am.
to you.
No, ma'am. I want you to shut the fuck up and put
No, I'm being
plastic.
honest.
I
You
want
shut
you
the
to put
fuck
a
up.
plastic
Don't
cock in
compare
your
me to
mouth
no
like you
man when
want
I'm
it.
being honest.
No, I want you to put a plastic cock
Your
in your
man
mouth
lies to
like you
you.
want to. That's what I want you to do. I want you to shut the
That's
fuck
why
up.
your pH is
And, and the
Oh,
same thing the
because
men
you fuck
say.
my.
men. So
He
how
is
Ladies,
about
just like a
that?
red
hold on,
pill.
How
y'all.
We're
about
not
Hold
even
on.
that?
get into
Your man
Hold
not
misogyny.
honest with you,
on,
you
y'all.
Wait, do
dumbass
we see
bitch.
how quickly we
How about
get into
that?
misogyny?
No, because I can tell
Now
you the
you're
truth. You
speaking
already
about
know
her
what
lady
you already
parts.
know what to
Now you're
expect.
speaking about her lady parts because you're a misogynist
No,
and you don't like women.
Ooh,
hold
it's
on.
a
No,
whole goddamn man on the panel.
she's
Hold on, let
speaking
I'm
about
me
a
her.
finish
misogynist,
it.
but I want a bunch of women.
No, she's speaking about her
Yes,
lady
just like the
parts.
men who want to be
Ma'am,
hold on.
excuse
Wait,
me,
are
but
you
they're not
okay?
honest with you,
Wait,
you
hold on.
dumb
Wait,
bitch.
I'm so
They're
sorry.
not
You're You're
Now
honest
she
with
you're
you.
cussing
not
again.
smart.
They're not
Wait,
honest
no,
with
I'm
you.
sorry.
What
You
don't
Hold
you
up,
you're
like
not
y'all.
about
smart.
that?
So
They're not
you
Hold
honest with
on.
you.
Mia, was you still talking?
Yeah, because she insulted me. And I get
Y'all
y'all
hold up,
want to,
y'all.
I
Hold
get
up,
y'all be
y'all.
wanting to jump on me, but
You called me a slut
when
first,
somebody
bitch.
insult me, I be
Hold up,
wanting to get
man.
them back. I be wanting to,
Your
I want
man's
to
a
tag
slut. How
they head.
about that?
Lady, yeah, you
That
are an admitted slut, and the reason why you brought up pH is because your pH wear you out. You don't know when you coming or going. You wake
She
up to
got dropped.
your she wake up to her box being funky. That's why that's her first line of attack. Her first line of attack is to try to attack other women because she is wearing her box out. You still gotta wash them plastic things after you use them, lady. And you being a slut is what's throwing yours off. That's the thing. Of
Okay,
course,
this
you
is what I
wash
wanted to
yourself.
say. I'm sorry. Are you done?
You can go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to say something because I was talking to Priscilla earlier, and she said that women are natural born 304s. And now that I know that Priscilla can't stay monogamous, neither can her followers, it sounds like they're just projecting that on other women because that's how they are. That's what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
that's what I hear. She wanted to call me aggressive, but she didn't said every name in a book. She calling names, she yelling, she angry. I wasn't aggressive at all, honey. You are aggressive. And for you to be so happy about your movement, why is you so angry? And you claim you not male centered, but you angry at women. How are you this angry at women, but you supposed to be speaking to us? You supposed to be speaking life into us, honey. Supposedly the men are wrong, but you over there, you just as bad as the man. You want to have all the women, is what it sounds like, and that's what Priscilla says too. So y'all go
But
ahead
that,
over there with
but
y'all
Deja,
little
that
talk.
contradicts her. That contradicts their point, her and Priscilla's,
It does.
because the men are supposed to be the ones who are polygamous by nature, and we're
Right.
not. Y'all just want to be men because y'all are telling us this is biology. Read the book. They're born this way, but that's what you guys are doing. You're exactly copying the actions of men. It's not biological. It's completely conditioned, but you want what they have. It's fine. But saying that it's the woman's fault, putting it back on us, absolutely the fuck not. I just said you was a red pill in the skirt. That's what it is. It is a grift. I appreciate that down in the comments. It's a grift. But if you're going to preach to me that women are so different and we're nurturers and protectors and we should be just with each other in the community supporting, no, it sounds like you want a harem of bitches, just like men do. Men want a harem of bitches. Same thing. Same fucking thing. And to say the women should be celibate, but y'all over here screwing everything moving is wild work. Wild fucking work. Be celibate if you want a man, but if you want a woman, you need 10 of them. Bitch, get out of here.
She said, "How am I a misogynist when I want multiple wives?" Right. Like, oh, okay. So Apparently, you out here 304 and like these men, and also talking to women in the same very rhetoric that the red pill man talked to women in. Y'all ain't shit. You center man. Y'all ain't nothing. You ain't gonna never be nothing. You're using the very same rhetoric, but we supposed to link up and be sister wives all together. No, I'm good on that, sis. I'm good on that. You can have all the wives you want over there. I'm good on that.
Good point, because I just don't understand how are you teaching women need to decenter men, be celibate, but then we can sleep with other women, as many as we want to.
To be Eskimo sisters. She's
So
like, you know what? I
basically,
kind of respect the hustle. I'm
Hold
not
on, can
gonna
I
lie.
just say that? I like. I'm gonna be honest. If a woman want to live, women don't live in amongst themselves and have O's or whatever. Go ahead and do your thing. But why the fuck you so angry about it? Because like, it don't sound like you like yourself. It don't sound like you respect women. I'm curious about what type of women you want to live in this whole house you want to live in. Cause like y'all can have it. Like I feel like yeah, if everybody consent, go do your thing. But you don't respect women. So you just like a man who don't fucking like women but want to be with them.
Yep.
Well, that's
Be
what she
cussing
was.
them out. She's gonna be cussing them out.
But that was what she was implying. It wasn't a community. It wasn't that, hey, we are living with each other. Here's a community and we're just free to do what we want. She said she wanted multiple wives. She wants to take on this role of being like this leader. And I tell you all the time, like there's women who I've dealt with who, as soon as they want to get in a situation with me, they want to act like they a man. They take on this role of being a man, like they just gonna fuck me and go on about their business. It's a weird concept. It's the same thing. You become just a body. You become an experiment. Like, oh, I just want to, I don't really like women like that, but I want to fuck on you a little bit. That's not an even exchange. Cause just like the men, they want emotional connections. They want you to be emotionally connected to them so that they can get the feeling that they believe men get, where they fuck the shit out of somebody and then that woman go crazy for them. That's what she was talking about. And her going, because if you love women, why is your first attack to talk about the same thing that you have? After you said how promiscuous you gonna be.
Yeah, that pH thing threw me off. Like, damn.
That's your first
Threw
go-to
me off.
constantly. Is that's what y'all say. Then you thought that it was cute to say that you're gonna have a bunch of wives. That is not the same as saying, hey, we're gonna be in a community, and if we have a special moment, we have a special moment, but that's not what it's based on, because it's not safe to set it up that way. If the idea was to have a community where women could have these intimate moments, they would just happen naturally. It wouldn't be no weird, strange setup like men have set up marriage. It'd just be whatever. Like, it'd just be however, it'd be beautiful, it'd be natural, it'd be no weird power struggle. It'd just simply be a nut was needed to be had. And we love each other. We already in community with each other. Like, I don't know. It'd be mutual masturbation. It would not be the way they talking about it. I don't know.
But she pulled out every red pill rhetoric, from decenter man to the pH balance to calling names to the ageism. I didn't hear one thing that she missed in a red pill book. Like she was put.
You're gonna be mad when a young girl that's skinny walks past you. Girl, what?
Like right, like it's honey. I'm 135 pounds. Like what are we talking about?
I'm gonna be mad when they walk past you and you try to take advantage of them. That's what I'm gonna
That
be mad
part.
about. Cause you like them young. Cause that's not her first time bringing up young women. She talk about in the workforce. Cause you ain't young. You ain't no spring chicken. So what are you talking about? Like, are you obsessing over young women? Strange. Then her friend in the comments who was trying to come up here, she said cat ladies versus Mister. Y'all ain't missing. That's why I'm like, y'all need to go ahead. Stop letting Priscilla get y'all on her bandwagon. Go ahead and get the cock y'all want. Y'all just like these men who get up here talking crazy. Y'all obsessed with cock. Y'all want it in every hole you got. Go ahead and get it so you can stop with the grift and stop with the playing games over here. Just go ahead and get full of the cock you want. I don't know why y'all arguing and upset it with us. Don't be upset. Just go ahead and get stuff like you want. Don't worry about their nature. It's your nature too. Let you tell it. Just go on. Y'all go on. Damn, I just want to say go on. In the words of Eric Mays,
I ain't studying y'all. Leave me alone.
Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Tara, who is this lady talking about poetic? Keep my name out your
I
mouth.
don't know these people. What
Who
you
the heck
mean?
is this? Won't you come up and say that? I don't even know you. Are
I
you
had a
Priscilla?
question. Oh,
Because
sorry.
that's the only name I said was Priscilla. Are you on your second page, Priscilla?
She a troll according to her
You
profile.
stay
Let me
in
know
my
if you want me to
followers.
block
You
her.
want to be me. What the
Okay,
hell?
let her rock out in the comments, I guess, but ignore that motherfucker, to be honest. Like, if you can't, like I said, if you can't say it to my face, it don't count. That's the way, that's
Right.
how I work. Like I'm ignoring the comment. It'd be bots in the goddamn comments. So,
Oh my God, ma'am, go away.
but anyways,
I
that
was
shit was
gonna say
crazy.
after you. I was gonna say this. I agree with MF. It sounds like these women have trauma when it comes to men. Possibly y'all were abused by men, and now with some abuse people that have been victims, they want to go ahead and do that same abuse on someone else. So now y'all want to sit there and abuse women. One way that you guys are already abusing women is verbally. Verbally, all you did was talk bad about women when you came up here, minister, and that's what Priscilla does. So what you guys are just reenacting what was done to you guys. It sounds like some type of trauma. If
I
you
mean, to
want
be
some
fair
trauma,
though, we
just
all
say
got
you want
trauma from
trauma.
men. The thing is, like, we all experience trauma from men. The thing I think it is, like, she doesn't love herself as a woman. That's the problem. It's not just the fact that, like, men causing you harm or whatever. It's like you haven't learned to love yourself. And that's why you hate me. That's why you got a problem with me, because, like, I look like you. So, of course, you don't like me because, bitch, you don't like yourself. That's what the problem is. Like, because I feel like when we say I hear what you're saying, but once we say, "Oh, you've been hurt," yeah, we all been hurt by a man that hurt all of us. Like, let's be for real. That should be valid. But the problem is the work actually come from you, like sitting down with yourself, figure out who you are as a person, and say, you know what, I matter no matter what the fuck else going on. But if you haven't done that, that shit gonna come out of you. And every time you get around women, that shit gonna come up out of you. What's up, Jayla?
Hey,
How
hi.
you?
Hey, Jayla.
I just came back out of hiding, so I just been stopping around live, getting back into the conversation.
I know I saw you on Franklin Live. How you doing?
Pregnant, tired,
Welcome back
Are
to the
you?
man.
but I'm pregnant, so I'm not working right now. My man is not letting me, so I'm just back in the bed. So I got time now to
Not
indulge.
letting you is crazy, but
Oh, how you
congratulations.
feeling though?
This the only time I'm gonna allow him to not let me. Okay, this the only time because yeah, I don't think I should be working right now. With what I'm facing in this
Oh,
certain situation. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling the best I can. Probably better than I have in a couple of
If that's the
weeks.
case, then you should probably be like, well, we came to an agreement. But to say let is crazy, man.
Because I do want to work. I'm the type of person that like ignores my body to do things that my body is telling me to stop doing. So he did have to step in and be like, I think you should, talk to your manager about this because I have been trying to still work and I shouldn't be because my doctor's even telling me like slow down. And I'm like very career driven right now, but I am still, doing I'm in college, so I'm still doing my classwork and just growing my last little human because I'm not doing this shit ever again. But yeah, I was talking to that person and I was, looking at the situation. And I think it's kind of crazy that what she just perpetuated was the literal thing that women get hurt by. And then said she still sleeps with them. That was the craziest part to me.
what I hear her saying is, I was hurt by men, and so since I don't want to be hurt by men, I'm gonna hurt what I think is a lesser of the two, and I'm gonna hurt women. That is what I hear her saying, which is crazy work. So you're gonna inflict pain on women, like men do, so you don't get hurt again. But we all supposed to be in sisterhood together. That's crazy to me. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think what it come down to is like the idea that essentially like if the man who
Oh
did the thing,
God.
instead of you just flat out hold up, instead of you flat out blaming him, you blaming women for it. Like it's like when let's say your man cheat on you, instead of you getting upset with him, you upset with the person that he cheated with, and they have no obligation to you. And it's like we deal with that shit all the time.
Yeah, I don't understand becoming the very thing that fucked you up to make like that. Being hurt by somebody, like betrayal trauma, that kind of shit, that do fuck with your brain. But why would you then want to go perpetuate that harm on other people if it fucked you up so bad? That doesn't make sense to me.
Hey y'all, did y'all cool down yet?
I think that we need to ask you that question. Are you gonna come back and attack us again?
Oh no, I'm fine, girl. I just came to show you how much I love and I worship women. Hold up, let me show you some. Let me show you some.
Nah,
Girl,
I don't
fuck
trust
you.
what she's gonna put on her
I
camera.
don't
That
either.
sounds like a trap.
No, it ain't no trap. It's no trap. It's not a trap. I just want to show you that I have nothing but black women art in my home. I love women.
That
That's
doesn't mean
it. Hold up.
anything.
You know who else? Hold up.
Yeah,
Hold
no,
up,
yeah,
y'all.
yeah,
Hold
it
up. You
means
know
a
that?
lot.
Hold up, real quick.
It,
Don't that sound like when men be like, "I got a mama, I love women."
Yep.
So
Did you
you
take your
okay?
medication today?
Like, I
She
love my
was just in the
grandma.
comments talking about how much she hate women. Now she's showing the pictures. She need her medication.
Oh,
She
since we're
need an
talking
aid or
about
something.
pictures, I
God
man,
want to
why
damn.
ask
put
the
me on mute?
question.
Why you
She
won't let
got
me
that
answer the question?
red pill book on
So,
lock,
Minister,
baby.
I have a
Okay, yeah,
question.
yeah, you're
If
right. I
you
got the
hold
red pill
on,
book on lock. You're right. I'm gonna
Minister,
let
if
y'all
you love
talk while I go ahead and show
Minister,
y'all how
if you love
lovely my
women so
home is, where all
much,
my lesbian lovers
if
is
you
gonna come and
love
love
women
on
so
me.
much, why are your
All my
images of women
lesbian lovers.
reduced to only their lips and their faces? Why are the women only reduced to their
Yeah,
lips and their
they
Oh,
faces?
well, are you serious? Reduced to their lips and
We
faces,
only
ma'am?
like
It's
women for
Yeah,
their
art.
that's
Do
body.
very
you hear how
scopophilic.
you
That's a
sound,
good
That's
ma'am?
point,
very
Prince.
subjective.
Okay,
You're
so
That's
if I
very
just put a picture
objectifying
of her
scopophilic.
ass
women.
up on my wall,
That's
then you
very
would say I would be
masculine
reducing them by her
presenting.
ass, right? So it's a
I'll
problem
say
when
the
I show
same
the
thing. You're
beauty of the
reducing
black
them to
woman's
their
lips
sexual
and I
parts,
show the
though.
beautiful and I show her beautiful face. It's a problem though, right?
It is because it's
Huh?
only her
No, it's
lips.
not. It's a problem to you because you're
It's her lips and
misogynistic,
her
ma'am.
face. Why are they
What
cut
is
up like
wrong with my
this?
black woman art, ma'am?
Where's your full artwork?
You can get it from Amazon.com,
Where's your
okay? You
full
ain't got to get
artwork?
mad at me
Hello,
because I
Prince.
got it,
Where's
baby.
your full
Okay?
figured
All right.
sculptures? You're only
Well,
showing
Minister,
a
Vincent,
scopophilic image
you're
of
Did you
just
turn
women.
your light
babe, I'm
on?
weird.
not into obese women,
Did you
ma'am.
go turn on your
And
lights on before you turned the camera
Like,
abstract
on?
too.
wait a
So
minute.
like you
Hold
don't even
up.
like the
What
real
if I
image of
don't?
women. It's
Hold on,
abstractions.
Prince.
Wait a
Hold on,
minute
bro.
now.
We ain't
How
getting
are
into
you gonna
this.
tell me to put a fat woman
Let me
on my
say
wall?
something
I
real
don't
quick.
have to do
This
that.
let me tell you something real quick. This lady's dangerous as fuck because we
Mm.
heard her on the live talking cash money shit about women, and she's gonna bring an unsuspecting woman in this house, and she's gonna put on this fucking front like she loves women, and she's a fucking demon. We've
Yep.
heard this
Okay,
demon
all
shit. That's why
right.
I said
Here's
you
the rest of my
bipolar as
art.
fuck. But I know these motherfuckers, and you're the dangerous
Yeah.
motherfucker. You know, you kept talking about y'all women are dangerous, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
You're the
Yeah, girl.
motherfucker.
You're right.
You're the dangerous person because we heard you say all this nasty shit about black women, and now you're showing this black art, which is what you show people when they come to your damn house, and they don't know they sleeping with the fucking devil. You're the fucking devil.
Yeah, you're right, girl.
And also,
I
since
pay
all your
bills and I
artwork
love on
is like
women.
cut up
I don't give
images
them
and
BV like
abstract, we
your
can't
man
really
Gucci
say if
fat,
you love
honey.
women or not.
Okay?
Your
So
All
you
right,
artwork's
should
baby.
never
So
open
abstractions.
up as a
Amazon.
fan.
It's
Hold on.
not just that. What happens is a woman come to her house, she see all these pictures, like, oh, I'm so woman centered, but she not. This all part of her mask right
No,
here.
baby, I am woman centered.
And
Wait,
she
Trust
did
got
she
it
me.
from
just say she
I
was
laugh
Amazon.
so
It
at
didn't
you.
even
I
go to a
laugh
woman
at you women who sit
artist.
on
Wait, hold
TikTok
on.
and cry
Wait,
about
wait.
men all
Wait,
day
but
long,
just
looking
a
for a
really
man to
quick.
provide for
Wait,
you
hold
instead of just
on,
making your
girl.
own money.
Girl, okay.
Ma'am, you will never have a
So,
home that looks this.
okay, so a quick Smex ed break. You can get BV and STIs in the same Smex relationship.
Never.
You
And
can.
she tries to control women by money.
So,
Did
so
we
you
miss that part?
so please make sure that you're practicing safe Smex, no matter who your partner is, if it's a man or a woman, because you can
All my
100%
lesbians are
trust
clean,
them.
ma'am.
Okay,
Not you
now.
trying
I
to
don't
control
have
women with
sex with
Ooh.
money.
women that have sex with men, ma'am.
Wait,
How about you
Fakima,
check your coochie?
no,
My
that's
coochie
not
is just fine.
true.
You know what? How about
That
you
is
check
not
your man's
true.
DICK? How
That is
about
This is
that?
not
Since
wild.
you
true.
like to bounce on
That's
penis.
not true.
How about you check the
Any
goose
type
grease
of
coming off of his
sexual
balls?
contact
Okay,
that
baby.
involves fluids can
All
spread
right.
STIs.
Girl,
Any
I
type
for
of
damn sure
sexual
did just get
contact.
like 20 followers from this
Any
live. I'm not gonna
type
lie. That's
of
why I just came
sexual
back to show off some
contact.
more. It's
Oh
cool.
my
Because my
God.
mixtape is
So
coming out real
wait,
soon. So make
so
sure you
like you're
listen to my
using
mixtape.
women's labor,
Wait. No, she's
but
no
you
Wow.
love
any
women though.
Make sure you listen to
any
my mixtape
sexual
too. Okay,
contact,
baby. Make sure you do that.
ma'am,
Thank you.
ma'am,
Have a good
ma'am,
No,
night.
thank
ma'am.
you.
Any sexual contact, no matter who the two people are, you can get STIs, BV because of the transfer of fluid. Please practice safe sex. Like what?
That is a
She just said
dangerous
lesbians are
fucking
all
woman.
clean.
Like
Anybody can do this.
Dark said, she is on many levels worse than a man. She's the type that a man sends out to bring in women to the flock, and that is what Priscilla has done. The predators that use women, after they use them up and they send them out to go get the other women, that is literally what that woman is, and she is worse than men. She's using money. Y'all heard her. My lesbians, and I treat them well with my every red pill. I didn't hear her say every red pill ideology the whole time she'd have been up here. A woman would probably look at her and say, you know what, I'm in a safe space, and ain't shit safe about that space with her. There is not a goddamn thing safe in that space with her, and she is dangerous and worse than a woman. And what she would do is attack another woman and say, we both women. That ain't no attack. She would physically attack another woman like a man and then pretend that I didn't hurt. We women, we just fighting. When I tell you that type of woman is worse than being with a man, wow.
Everything about her is very male-centered, male gaze, and just to go back to the artwork, like I said earlier, it's very much reducing women to parts that she enjoys, not really showing the whole of what women are. They're abstract representations. And also to kind of add to the conversation, it makes her dangerous because her male gaze, her male centeredness is covered with things that will present her as an ally to women, as someone who loves women. And it's that makes it very dangerous too.
Yeah, she's definitely sick. Sick and twisted. Then she wanted to be fat phobic. Like what there was like what line didn't she cross? Guys, tap the screen and get the live to 40K or else. And I am threatening you. So
40K and 49K is crazy. But yeah, y'all tap the
well, I'm
screen.
saying, listen,
No, you
I
gotta
don't want to
continue.
overwhelm them.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate all free labor for real. You got it. The men trying to request up here now, y'all. I don't know if y'all want to talk to them niggas, but
They always follow me.
hold
JoJo
on.
and G.
I'll tell you,
Because they follow me no matter
No,
what
poetic
panel I'm
lady,
on.
poetic
not that
lady,
motherfucker excessive ass nigga.
poetic
No.
lady. The men be here every day. They here.
No,
all
I'm
the
talking about JoJo and G. They follow me every
I'm
panel I
talking
go
about
to.
JoJo.
Look, that's what I'm
No.
saying. These niggas, they follow all of us. They psychos.
I go on downstairs so y'all can bring them up. I'm not
No,
interested.
you good. We was having a conversation. Them niggas, you know, once they come, the conversation stops. Just so y'all know, like they don't want to talk about shit, but censor themselves.
Yep.
But can I just say this? When you have men who show off their money and what they got, like, ma'am, you so male sensitive. You act just like a man. Just be the man you want to be and leave us the fuck alone.
Who is this NLP? Y'all don't know her, do y'all? NQP?
No, she know.
she's
Frank,
new to
she know
me.
you.
Well, she claims she know you.
She say
She
she know
don't know
you.
me. I never met this girl, never seen her in my life.
How do a troll got 15.2K?
It's scary. How much to mute her in the comments? Block her. That's
She
scary.
got a lot of followers though.
What's wrong with being a non-foundational black
Yeah,
man?
like what?
Like
Also,
damn.
support your local artists. Don't buy artwork off of Amazon.
What's wrong with that?
That's cheap.
Off of
Us are
Amazon,
not
but she
foundational
claims she got
black
money.
Exactly.
I
Support
tell
your
you,
local
Be terrible
artisans.
because I'm never gonna be an FBA.
Girl,
But she just like a man on TikTok that makes six figures but don't make six figures at all. Like,
no, if she has such a problem though, girl, come up. Like what at this point?
Come on, say
While she's sitting here typing all that stuff, tap the screen. Like what are you doing?
Yo, Tara.
No, it doesn't. Your artwork does not cost $300 to $1,000. That's a lie, and I can tell.
we don't care. That's the thing. We don't care. What's up? What do you want, JoJo? What's going on?
Nah, she's saying I follow her. She sent me the invite though. I just want to put that out there. I'm out of here.
But you came here though.
To say that. I've been watching this entertaining, but yeah, she's talking about following her. She sent me the invite.
He
Literally.
said, "I'm gonna clear one thing up."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
You say you
disagreeing.
be here
I'm
anyway,
saying
so it
that.
don't matter.
Nah,
What's your point?
but why are you saying I'm following you if you sent me the invite? That's
I'm
the
gonna tell
weird
you
part.
exactly why. Because
Why?
you was in Priscilla's live today talking
Who?
ish about me in the comments,
Who?
and now I wanted you to come here so that you could realize you was taking the wrong side, you idiot.
Wait, who's live you talking about?
The lady in the backdrop, you was in her live today, watching me the whole
That's the
time.
same girl? That's crazy.
Yes, she dressed like a girl and she dressed like a boy.
Oh, she be switching up. But yeah,
See, my
nah,
point exactly. He was in there following me earlier.
gang, I get invites. Yo, what? All right, man.
Who
I'm gonna let y'all
invited
have
you
it.
earlier to
I'm gonna let y'all have
Priscilla's
it,
live?
man. All right, cool. I'm following you.
You already okay? Let me stop because I don't want nobody to think we're flirting. I just
I'm
don't
not.
talk to me.
I'm definitely not
Don't
flirting
talk
with you.
to me. Don't talk
And
to
don't
me.
talk about me and
They
T
can
like
tell the
you
difference.
inviting us, gang. That's weird. That's weirdo
They can
behavior.
tell when people are arguing and flirting. Just stop.
I'm definitely not flirting. I'm just speaking my piece.
Okay, well, just stop.
Very, are you done being centered? Because Tara said it, and then the first thing happens, poetic. What'd she tell you? As soon as we bring a man up, we're gonna make it about him. Look what happened.
I mean, I'm not denying that. So I
Oh my
mean,
God, we
it's the
done with
case.
Wait,
this?
hold on. Is this the cop? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Are we done? He's problematic as fuck.
No, but NQ put POV. Why don't you come up if you're so
There
upset?
go Ricky from again. Y'all
That's what
want to
I'm
talk? Do
confused
y'all want to
about.
talk to
Who
her
is
again?
that? If Tara don't know
Not the
her, Tara
Mister
don't even
girl.
know her.
Yeah.
Tara don't even know her. Who is
I
she?
mean, she's trying to prove that she doesn't overbuy things from Amazon.
Oh
So,
my
I
God.
have a question for Vince Pritz right quick.
uh-huh.
Since you know art so well, ma'am, how can you say I don't have abstract art on my wall when I
I
showed you the
said your
abstract wall in my
I
room?
said
Let me
your
finish my
art is an
question, ma'am. Let me finish
abstraction.
my question. Stop
I
getting upset.
said
Just let
your
me land my
artwork is
plane,
an
okay?
abstraction.
You
I
no,
said your
ma'am.
artwork was abstract.
No, you
That's what I
didn't.
said.
No, you didn't. You said I
Yeah, I
reduced
did.
women. You said I reduced
Yep, and
black
you
women
do.
by their face and their lips.
And you
Are you
did.
serious, ma'am?
And
But
you did.
okay, so what you want me to do? Have a picture of their ass on my wall and their titties on my wall because it shows the beauty of their
If you're
face.
going to if you're going
My
to show
artwork
ass
is
and
beautiful,
titties,
ma'am,
you
and
should
it
show a
sounds like you're
full-figured
hating on
woman.
me.
You should show full-figured women from head to toe if you
Did you
love
make
women
that?
so
You
much.
said
Did you
you
really
made
just
that
say
artwork?
that, ma'am?
Yeah, I
No,
did.
no,
And
I bought it. I bought it from black women who create art.
no, you didn't. You
But
just said you bought it
yes,
off of
I did.
Amazon.
I
So
did
which
buy
one
it
is
off of
it?
Amazon, and these are women who create art. Do you know that you can sell your work on Amazon?
Cite your sources, ma'am.
Go to Amazon, crazy.
Cite your
Look,
sources.
let
If
me
you
go
bought it
ahead
from the
and
artist,
answer
you should know
poetic
the artist's
lady.
name.
Let me answer
You
poetic
came to
lady
address me and now you're switching because you got caught in the
because you
lie.
sound dumb.
If you bought it off of
You
corporate
sound
Amazon,
dumb,
just
ma'am.
say
You didn't
so.
know that you can sell
Guys,
your
I
items
think
on
I
Amazon.
think
That's
that
what the
You didn't
man
know
do.
that.
Oh,
You
I
didn't know you
sound
can sell your
dumb?
items on Amazon and
Ma'am,
Etsy.
I'm an art
Gaslighting
People
is
do it
historian.
every
crazy.
single day.
I'm
That is
not
what
dumb. I
Amazon
know
is
my
for.
artwork.
I think
I
that
know my
this is the
Ma'am,
artwork.
most I think
no,
this
you
is the
sound really
most
dumb.
I
And
think
you
this
You
sound
sound
like a
like
hater, ma'am. Why
you
are you
sound
mad at
like
me?
you
Because
got
I don't have women on my
overcharged.
wall
wait,
that look
hold
like
on.
that
Why
that
are
look
you
like that
overcharged.
statue in New York, ma'am.
You
I
got
don't want that on my wall.
overcharged.
Y'all don't even
Your
want that
artwork looks
statue in New
cheap.
York.
You
So
were
why would I put that on my
overcharged.
wall,
girl,
ma'am?
that
It's
statue
not
in New
making
York
sense
is
to
Your
very
me.
artwork is
beautiful. We
cheap.
are
It's
not
very
worried.
male centered.
Okay,
Your artwork
whatever
is male
helps you feel
gazy. You
better.
prefer
No,
the
ma'am.
abstract of a
Male
woman
center
rather than
artwork
the
is
real image
video
of a
vixens
woman.
on my wall, ma'am.
You
Okay.
Male
like
center
the
Tara,
abstract
artwork
of
is video
women.
somebody
vixens
in
with
the
their ass
comments.
and their
You like
titties
the
out, ma'am.
abstract
Let's
of
keep it real
women.
for what it is. You just want to
You
be mad at
like the
me because you
abstract
thought that
of
I stayed in a
women. You do
project
not
and
like
my
real
house is nice
women.
as fuck.
You
Just
don't
admit
like
it.
full
Just admit
figured
it, ma'am. I
women.
got
You
style.
don't like women.
Let's just keep it
Admit
real for what it
that.
is.
You just see
My
women for
condo
what
is
you
nice
think
as
they can
fuck.
give to
You
you,
can't give
which
me
is
a
smacks and
compliment.
Hold on, real quick.
attention.
Hold on, real quick. What does it matter? What does it matter? All right, you feel good about where you live at. Great. I'm happy for you. I love that for you. That you love your space. Why do you need us to know that?
I showed you my black black women art because y'all swear I hate
No,
men
no, no,
just
no,
because
no.
I
You're not
love
gonna
Princella.
no,
I
ma'am.
gave you the answer, ma'am.
No, we said you hate women,
Hold
and you
up.
proved
No,
it.
real quick. We're not talking about the art. Why are you up here? Why did you come back up here to tell us about where you live at, ma'am? Like,
I didn't
what
tell
is
you
going
where
on
I
here?
live at, ma'am. I showed you my art. I didn't tell you where I live. I would never tell you where I live. That
That's
doesn't
not
make sense.
no. That's not what I said.
Yes, you
You
did.
hold up. You didn't hammed up the
No,
whole
yes, you did.
tour because you needed to validate something. Now you back talking about we jealous. We're not jealous, ma'am. We love that for you.
The fat woman
I'm
is.
glad you get the lace and wear that you think is a beautiful
Yes,
place
she is.
and you feel safe at night. Why'd you want to come back up here though?
Because she mad that I won't put a fat woman on my wall like that woman in New York. Y'all don't even like the
You
Statue
don't
of
like
Liberty in
women,
New
and you
York.
don't like
So
black
how are you
women
gonna sit
either.
here and tell me
You're
to put
very
a big woman on my
anti-black.
wall, ma'am? That's
If
not
you
making
love
sense to
women,
me.
you'll
My
put a
wall don't
full-figure
have enough
woman on your
space for that.
page.
You can't tell?
Oh, the wall doesn't have enough space.
No, it doesn't.
Girl, shut up.
Y'all
Yes, it
have a good
does.
night. Y'all have a good
Yes, it does.
night.
You don't like women. That's it. She
She's
doesn't
so.
like women.
No, it doesn't.
Girl, shut up.
Y'all
Yes, it
have a good
does.
night. Y'all have a good
Yes, it does.
night.
You don't like women. That's it. She
She's
doesn't
so
like women.
like she's doing a lot. Like, girl, shut up. Go to
Also,
hell.
I specified what I meant by full figure. I said from the head to the toe. The full figure, head to toe. What are we not getting? Excuse me.
Well, this is a very good example on who Princella's followers are. Mostly, I guess, lesbians.
Which there's nothing wrong with that,
No,
but
it's self-hating women.
you
It's
can't be a
self-hating women.
Yeah.
misogynist. You can't be out here being a hateful misogynist.
No, Octavia, you and me both, but I ain't want to get into it. That shit was crazy.
Wait, who?
No, the Octavia was saying she was triggered by the person who came up earlier. I just wanted to validate her. Cause like, no, I just ain't go there.
Wait, was I here for that?
No, the woman who came up was talking about her partner let her stay home and
Oh, okay.
being pregnant in 2025 and all that. I wanted to say find safety immediately, but Jayla, that's her name. Thank you, Jayla. I be forgetting people's names. You was triggering some people earlier, but no, Jayla, we ain't. That's why I ain't address it. We ain't gotta get into it. Lord. So y'all, not everybody quiet now. That's crazy. That's fine though.
I'm eating.
Nah, I got quiet because I'm still just like baffled at this whole Priscilla thing. And I don't know why women don't see that all she is a red pillar with a vagina.
But see, there's the problem when you fuck up, right? Even when you say you sent the live to JoJo, like people gonna think what they gonna think. Like you're not gonna convince that woman that you right and she wrong. It's just not gonna happen. And that's just the reality of it. Like if in the conversation, some people gonna realize something is going, some shit gonna register, some stuff not, and it's gonna give like, all right, okay, essentially like I agree with this, but this I was talking about this the other day. It's like it's not that all of us are going to be in the same community. Like inside for women, it's going to be pockets of community because some motherfuckers I can't stand and I don't want close proximity with it. So if you disagree with this and you disagree with it, if you don't see it and you blind, so that's on you. Like we had a conversation, but if it's not registered, it's not registering. There's no trying to convince somebody to see something that they're not seeing. That's why, like, when we be talking to the men, we call them niggas case studies. We don't be trying to teach them shit. I ain't trying to get through to none of motherfuckers. I don't expect them to agree with nothing I'm saying. But I am going to point out what they're saying, how it's problematic, so motherfuckers can see it in real time.
Why is this lady on my top? Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, I shared it to JoJo just so he could see for it because he likes to follow me on every live. Since you wanted to be there the whole time when I'm talking to Priscilla, like literally the whole time, come over here and listen to this too. And it's not to convince him. He be on my lives disagreeing every day, but he likes to follow me for whatever reason. So He could come listen to this too.
All right, I think all y'all niggas need to take a lap. That's what I think. I think all y'all need to take a lap. This was fun. It really was. It always is. It's always a good time, y'all. And I always appreciate the support. Like, for real. Thanks for supporting the live, gifting, tapping the screen and all of that. For real. Y'all get the W for that one. I like that we had just women up on here today. Y'all niggas ain't got shit to say. Oh, JoJo did come up for a little bit. He wasn't talking about shit. Yes, I'm trying to teach these niggas shit. They ain't trying to learn. You can't teach nothing to a motherfucker who ain't trying to learn nothing. You know what I'm saying? But the point was made. The point was made, and we got us a good case study. Cause ma'am, you don't like women. You don't like yourself. That shit is crazy. Not you got all the body parts on the wall. That shit is wild. Run. That shit ain't safe. But yeah, shout out to y'all. I don't know. I might be back. We'll see. Y'all missed something. I'll put the live on YouTube. Bye, y'all.